Hey Froggy friends, Kirostyle here, welcome back to Star Ocean 5, Integrity and Faithlessness. Thank you so much for joining me here on stream, I really appreciate it. In the last stream, we made it to Eastern Traker, and we are on our way to go rescue Raylia because she got kidnapped by some people from some mysterious organization. Now, before we left off, I went back to all the other cities and we started backtracking to do some missable private actions. But today we're going to continue on with the main story. Now, originally my plan was between the previous stream and this stream, I was going to do some stuff off screen for you guys, like farming the ingredients for Bunnylicious Pies for Welch, and going to Stall so we can go meet Ruddle so we can bring him back to Rumina. But turns out I didn't do that because every time I got into the game and started moving about, eventually private actions would just start popping up everywhere. Group private actions. So in this game, there's two types of private actions. There's regular private actions, where you go to the city, you go to the gathering point, you tell everyone to spread out, and go talk to people. Those you can self-initiate. But there's also what we call, in this game, party private actions, which is where you're just walking around town, and then suddenly they just have a conversation that reveals something about a character, or is kind of fun. And I didn't want to miss out on any of those on stream, so I decided I'm not going to go wandering around so we can see those on stream. So unfortunately, that means that we're going to have to walk back to Eastern Traker, but it shouldn't take too long. Now, I think what I get to do is I get to continue the main story, and then after that, then we'll backtrack and do some private actions, because if I do them now, I'm going to have to backtrack eventually anyways, so I might as well just get them all done in one fell swoop. So thank you so much for joining me here on stream. Hey CB, hey Mio, Ardoran, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming by. And CB, thank you so much for the sub. I noticed that you subbed while I was offline, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So we're gonna get going. Oh yeah, and one other thing I did do off screen was that I learned some extra roles. I spent my SP and got a whole bunch of new roles to play with the characters. In particular, I was aiming to learn a bunch of good roles for Miki to help her healing, because apparently, again, once you give her the right roles for healing, you become pretty much invincible because she heals you non-stop and like doesn't run out of MP or something like that. Apparently Emerson is really good too. If you play as Emerson and you give him like a crit build, you can basically stand at the edge of the arena and just continuously hit enemies with arrows. It doesn't even matter how strong your party members are. Apparently you just overtake everything, and it doesn't even matter what everyone else is doing. I also learned what this enhance own judgment thing does. Basically, if you have enhance own judgment on someone, that basically means that their AI will be smarter, so they'll be better at the rock paper scissors between weak attack, strong attack, and guard, and they'll be smart enough to start using like attacks or elements if they have access to spells that are weak against the enemy that you're hitting and avoid spells that are strong against the enemies you're fighting. So it's actually a good thing. Is this a remaster? No, actually. This game came out for PS4, so this is exactly the game was when it was first released. Now, I've talked about this before, but if you're new to this game is Star Ocean 5. It came after Star Ocean 4, but the budget got slashed because they originally were not going to continue the series. So, in many ways, this game is, I feel like, a downgrade from Star Ocean 4. And it also takes heavy inspiration from Star Ocean 3. So the battle system goes back to the Star Ocean 3 battle system instead of the Star Ocean 4 battle system. I personally prefer the battle system in 4. So there's a lot of weird things. It's a shorter game. It's like half as long. The cutscenes are kind of weird because they're not always like real cutscenes. So yeah, we're in Mydok now. We got to go back to Traker. Oh yeah, I think there was like a private action over here. Or group private action.
Victor, do you like animals?
Well, they're not exactly animals, but I did like to catch bugs as a kid.
I don't know why, but boys love their insects.
We'd pit them against each other in various tests of metal.
Come to think of it, he once said something similar.
He?
Nobody. Don't worry about it.
Did like bug fights? I guess that's kind of cool, but maybe a bit inhumane. But they're just bugs, right? I don't know. Don't cancel me for bugs.
Nope, that's not it.
What song is that?
It's a song that used to be popular long ago. Don't you know it? No, that's not it. Oh, I wish I could remember how it went.
Okay, I have no idea what is he trying to hum like a Star Ocean tune? Oh, CB, thanks for the fun frog fact. Yes, let's have a fun frog fact. Oh yeah, in case you guys don't know, FrogCon is happening right now. It starts today. It's a virtual con run by a Twitter group called the Frog Cult. I've retweeted their tweet. Basically, all weekend there's going to be streams offered by them based on frogs. There's going to be some talks by some frog experts. There's going to be some gameplay from some frog-themed games. There's some froggy cams where people have offered to show their webcams with their frogs on them. And there's also a virtual artist alley. A whole bunch of artists are participating and are selling frog-related merchandise. So I'm not a sponsor or anything, but it seems pretty cool. There's a lot of neat stuff out there. Let's see. Oh yeah, so fun frog fact. 1 gram of the toxin produced by the skin of the golden poison dart frog could kill 100,000 people. 1 gram. 1 gram of the toxin produced by this golden poison dart frog. 100,000 people. That's pretty impressive. Thanks for the fun frog fact. Yeah, they're having a con already. This is actually the second frog con. There was a frog con last year, but I didn't find out about it until after it had already happened. So this is my first experience with frog con. But the people running it seem really nice, and there's a lot of stuff. Especially the merch. I saw some really cute like frog hoodies and bags. I think I'll definitely get something. Yeah, no wonder Amazon tribes use that poison from the frogs. It's very effective. Anyways, yeah, check out the tweet I retweeted for FrogCon, or check out The Frog Cult on Twitter. I like how they use the name The Frog Cult. It just sounds so ominous. Well, I guess we might as well do this while here.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn. Pardon me.
I thought we exhausted all the private actions last time we were here, but there's more now. This game has a lot. It's a lot of backtracking to get them. Luckily the world's kind of small, but it's kind of annoying. Most of them aren't missable, at least. There's a few that are. What are you up to, Anne?
This necklace with the teardrop charm would suit Miki perfectly. And this grandiose ring just screams Fiore from all angles.
Hey, what are you looking at?
Accessories. Out of everything here, what do you think I should get, Fidel?
Oh. Let's take out my handy-dandy guide to figure out which one I should answer. There's so many private actions in this game that they split them on 2 pages, so I gotta... Is this one not on my list? Oh, here it is. Anne asked you which accessories you should get. If you've been paying any attention at all to Anne, you should know that you should suggest the cat earrings. Well, I read the guide without even looking at the options. Of course she wants the cat earrings. All she ever talks about is cats.
There's no question. The cat earrings, of course.
Huh, he likes the same things as me. I'm so happy.
Where do you keep that communicator? Is there a bag on your back? You're barely wearing any clothes. Okay, there's a little bag. Again, other than Fidel, I don't feel strongly about any of the characters, but I like Anne. I guess Victor's okay too. I guess I wouldn't mind getting Mickey's ending just because she's the main heroine, which means her ending's probably the most canon. Okay, let's go into the inn and see if there's any more private actions. I like how the inn's called Ye Olde Castle of Great Comfort. It's a very long name for an inn. How's the marketing for that? Okay, there's no more private actions. Are there any more quests we can turn in? Oh, the Four Stooges. Oh right, we beat up those people from in the arena. We did this one too. This one. Oh, this one's for a bestiary. Defeat 3 twin-fanged gargans in the Daka footpath. Defeat greedy Aphoricia. Oh, there's so many. Deliver 3 laser oscillators. Deliver a moon pearl. Oh, this one. From Ted. Fidel, these pesky vigilantes are back with a vengeance. They say they won't speak to anyone but the leader of the Camus School of Swordsmanship. Hurry back to Stall and save our training hall. Okay, so we gotta go back there later. It says it's a 4-star quest. I don't know how hard that is. Defeat 3 walking conflagrations. Oh, I learned augury and entomology. Why did I need augury in this game? Look at this cute picture! Look at Fidel wrangling a giant beetle. That's so cute. Augury. Okay, I was gonna say that costs so much, but that's just to level it up. Listen to Tria's sage advice whenever you wish. Who's Tria? Use the skill. Thou canst discover certain roles by obtaining proficiency in others. Okay, I already knew that. We celestial beings are more than grateful for thee spending thy coin to purchase this amusing diversion reminiscent of the Eternal Sphere. What? Is that directed at me? Because I mean, I know this is following Star Ocean. I mean, chronologically it's before Star Ocean 3, but game-wise it's after. Is Tria a 4-dimensional being? Shouldst thou examine phenomena that glow in otherworldly hue and shimmer like a mirage, thou wilt discover something worth thy troubles. It's like talking to Yuri Anger. Okay, let's go back to Tricker. We will be back here later. We've been speeding through this game. I mean, it's a short game. We're technically on Chapter 7. And Chapter 8 isn't... Not that it's that long, but there's a lot of time-gated things in Chapter 8, so we might spend extra time today just doing all that. We'll see. I'm enjoying this game a little bit more than I was at the beginning. It's still not amazing, but it's okay, it's fair. There's like a giant chasm here. Oh, can't catch me. Yeah, I don't think there's any enemies in this area. Hey, Mushroom! Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Luckily, we don't have to take the tunnel this time. Can't wait to unlock actual fast travel in this game. We had it like very temporarily. I don't know why they even gave it to us. Probably like plot reasons, but it was so weird to have it for such a short period of time and then lose it. Especially if they expect me to backtrack everywhere. Why? Oh, there's more private actions already?
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Thanks, I'm doing okay today. I had a nice meal. Good day at work. I guess that's all you can really ask for, eh?
What is it about cats you like so much?
I like how they're usually cool and aloof, but then they suddenly come over to you for attention, kind of sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour?
It's a figure of speech. Cats often seem to be in a sour mood, but under the right conditions, they'll suddenly get sweet on you.
Oh, I see. You mean like Victor.
The bunny!
Victor? Really? I don't know. Maybe he is?
Really? You guys think Victor's like a cat? I think Victor's more like a dog, to be honest. The loyal dog type. Does Anne have a thing for Victor? She seems to talk about him quite a bit. My first reaction was, like, I thought the game would try to ship Anne with Emerson. Oh, there's more?
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Come on, if this doesn't involve Mickey or Anne, then how come they didn't... I'm gonna wonder why they didn't just make them both available at the same time. Unless it does have Mickey or Anne. When do I learn lockpicking though? Okay, it does involve Mickey. Oh, and Anne's nearby.
That inn last night was downright scary, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, no doubt about it. What was scary?
There were 3 of them on my bed, just staring at me.
I only had the ghost of some old lady on mine.
Oh no. Of all the things you could possibly talk about, you had to choose that? That conversation didn't happen. You just imagined it.
Wait, were you talking to Anne? I didn't realize that was you. Sometimes it's hard to tell who's talking. I'm not used to all their voices. Oh, so Mickey saw something on her bed, Fiore saw a ghost on hers, and then Anne overheard and got scared. Again, like, it's nice to learn these little tidbits about the characters, but because the characters don't really have that much personality in this game to begin with, it's hard to sympathize. Well, not sympathize. It's hard to, like, grow attached to them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Alright, we should probably rest at the inn, too, because I used up my resources fighting things. So I think we have to go into the desert next. Oh, there's more? I thought I exhausted all these last time I came by.
Let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Hey, Casita! Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Oh, it's all the way over there! Who is it this time? It's probably Anne or Mickey involved. Yep. Oh, is this a continuation?
That inn last night was downright scary.
Wait, this is the same conversation.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I had 3 on mine, practically floating on top.
Well, that's different.
I only had the 1 on mine, but still.
I thought I was gonna die. The clams in that seafood dish were so good.
How dare you? I was scared.
Oh, they were like talking about clams, and Anne thought they were talking about ghosts.
Whoops.
You're doing good, Cosita? Good to hear. Thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm doing pretty well. I ate some good food earlier today. And I'm excited to continue streaming this game. My goal is to beat it sometime next week, so that we can have a little bit of time before Star Ocean 6. But I recently learned that Star Ocean 6 comes out on a day that I have to work late, so I won't be able to stream it on release day, so I'm a little disappointed by that. I guess it doesn't really matter. I've done plenty of games on release day, and it hasn't really made much of a difference anyways. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So I think we're going to the dunes. So we're looking for this, like, research facility that might have Raylia inside it. Okay, there, I need to get to that side. Ah! How dare you! Ah!
What can I say? I'm
Hardly worth the effort.
Oh, you wait for me to stream it? Oh, that's so nice of you. Again, no pressure. No pressure at all. Wait, oh, I'm over here. I'm sorry, I read the map wrong. Star Ocean isn't really big anymore, so I don't know how many people are actually going to be like interested in doing it or interested in streaming it nowadays. I barely knew that the game was coming out until a month ago.
A decisive win with minimal
More
casualties.
challenges lie ahead.
I'm not ready to retire yet.
Okay, we're going this way.
We have the upper hand. Hardly worth the effort.
Oh, did I not open this chest? Have I not been here before? Where's the chest? Oh, here it is.
Close to perfect as it gets. Can't get any better.
I need to
than
fight
that.
those bugs because they drop fruits. You need the fruits to craft the bunnylicious pies for Welch. I think I'm overpowered now for all the enemies.
I'm a
More
perfectionist.
challenges lie ahead.
I must use this gift to protect others.
Usually Star Ocean games have like a difficulty curve, but this game I feel like it's too low. The difficulty curve is too low. Which I guess I'm okay with since I'm trying to finish it fast. I can't very well
A
complain.
warrior must continue to hone his skills.
Think you're so strong, try to withstand this! That wasn't even worth the effort.
What? It's over already?
Annihilated the entire battlefield.
Hardly worth
Can I
the effort.
say I'm a perfectionist?
Yeah, those lizard dudes look pretty cool. I think they're the same lizard models as the lizard guys from Star Ocean 4. Okay, let's save here. Apparently there's a cutscene ahead. What's over here?
Captain, I'm picking up a small spike in those unknown energy waves.
Where's the source?
In this vicinity, apparently.
I don't see anything.
I'll retrace the wave's path.
Yep, this game was made on a budget because of the circumstances that led to its creation. Plus, it's common for.
Anne, have you found any hints yet?
Sorry, nothing of note. Please inform me if you discover any aberration in the landscape, no matter how insignificant it may seem.
I mean, it's common for RPGs in the same series to reuse enemy models. It's just suspect when they, like, after many games, they stop adding more. Like, I noticed that a lot in, like, Tales of the Abyss used a completely battle system than Tales of Symphonia, so they made, like, new enemy models for that game. But then they started reusing all those enemy models in future games, and sometimes they add a whole bunch of new ones, which is fine. But I remember, like, Tales of Symphonia 2, the sequel, that was not very good, like, all the enemies are just straight up copied from Tales of the Abyss. There's, like, only maybe one or two unique things. I don't mind them reusing assets. It's just a matter of how they do it.
Hey, this must be... Anne!
The unidentified energy in this spot is at the maximum magnitude that can be recorded.
That's a pretty massive reading, but there's no semblance of a building here.
Perhaps the facility is below ground. and they transport themselves into and out of it.
That makes sense. Although, if the transport system were to break down, they'd be buried alive. Therefore, there has to be an emergency exit.
We can't rule out the possibility that it's optically cloaked, so I'll try hacking the system once I find the nexus of these waves.
Do it.
This area is too wide open. We'll be seen if we stay here much longer.
Oh, hi.
Okay.
You almost done? You need to buy ammo time to finish.
They keep coming.
Hurry it up, man! They got the amp.
Oh,
Looks like they have us completely surrounded.
I'm supposed to protect Anne. Oh, seriously? She didn't die, though. She just got whacked a couple times, right? Wasn't really paying attention, but she definitely did not die. Are you serious? I have to watch that all over again. I should have saved my rush attack.
Captain, I'm picking up a small spike in those unknown energy waves.
Where's the source?
In this vicinity, apparently.
I don't see anything.
I'll retrace the wave's path.
Hey, this must be... Anne!
The unidentified energy in this spot is
I can't even skip this because it's not a real cutscene.
Recorded.
That's a pretty massive reading, but there's no semblance of a building here.
Perhaps the facility is below ground, and they transport themselves into and out of it.
That makes sense. Although, if the transport system were to break down, they'd be buried alive. Therefore, there has to be an emergency exit.
We can't rule out the possibility that it's optically cloaked, so I'll try hacking the system once I find the nexus of these waves.
Do it.
This area is too wide open. We'll be seen.
I'm gonna stick right by you, Anne. Honestly, you were fine.
Almost done?
In a bit, sir.
You need to buy some time to finish.
Keep coming.
Hurry it up, man!
Is it gonna take much longer?
Oh, dang. No, get away from her. I can't target the right thing. Hey, if I'm attacking things near her, then all the enemies come here. Like this, like this. Get out of here.
You're so strong. Try to withstand this.
Oh no, she's dying, she's dying. Oh no, she's gonna die. Oh, thank goodness, Mickey.
We have access.
Mickey, thank you for healing. What's going on? Oh,
Everyone, dive inside the doorway.
it's like, why did the camera just suddenly swivel? She nearly died there. Thank you so much, Mickey. Because it's like I'm melee, so I have to hit. If I'm hitting people near Anne, it's just gonna attract more people to her. Oh, there's a healing thing up ahead. I should have stayed at the inn. I have more SP, so I can learn some of these roles I've been waiting for. Crusader and Sage. So Mickey works well with Savior, Sage, and Crusader. I still have some SP left. I have some notes on what I should spend? Let's see. Elementalist, Paladin, Crusader. Let's see, what level do I need these? Level 3? Oh, I'm just out of MP now. Or SB, okay. That's fine. I can't see.
Enemy elimination successful.
Is this just an empty room? Oh, it looks like there's a teleporter here, so maybe we'll come back.
I'm a perfectionist.
Let's see if I can use any of those. Oh, cure condition, very useful. Oh, you learn flying guillotine? That's one of Nell's moves. Cool. What do you learn? Okay, nothing else.
I knew this had to be Kronos' lair.
All these corrupt? So, those were Kronos' doing as well?
What in Bastille is with this bizarre place?
I don't have enough information to say for certain. Let's keep moving.
No. I can't believe they'd...
Your face tells me you knew about this.
No!
How much do you know exactly?
All I can say to that is, I'm sorry.
Aru, thank you so much for the chaos! Ah! Thank you. Well, this is just a big roundabout.
Why can't they all be this easy?
Lots of Dragoon enemies from the last game. Ow! That thing like knocked Emerson out of bounds of the fight.
A decisive win.
He went outside the blue line. Ooh. Is that a learning skill thing? Yeah. Oh, I can teach you both things. Let's do Emerson. Apparently Emerson's really strong.
challenges lie
Better than
ahead.
that. I must use this gift.
Feels good to be so strong.
I'm gonna use this before they break my gauge. Nice job.
A warrior must continue to hone his skills.
Okay, that just goes back to here. Oh, but this is a dead end. Oh, it's another transporter room. Thank goodness for having the maps already. As much as I like the idea of mapping a place in Star Ocean 3, it was kind of annoying.
Why can't they all?
Can't get any better than that.
Oh wait, I need to set the new skills, don't I? So you learn Flying Guillotine. Air Slash, Nether Strike. Do Air Slash, Nether Strike. Shadow Needles, Reaping Spark, Lightning Blast. Thing is, I don't really know what's good. Sound Spike. Shoot an arrow-shaped projectile from untold amounts of energy. Hunter's Moon. Let's just do this. At least he'll have access to all of them. No, not Sound Spike. Red Rain. Man, I love AoEing them. It's so satisfying. Unlike in Star Ocean 3 where it's really hard to AoE things. Especially melee, for some reason it just doesn't let you. Oh, this looks like a cutscene area.
That's not her. Look a little closer.
You're right, it's not. But they're so similar. How is this possible?
Getting data on Relia is our top priority. To do that, we'll need to press on.
So there's like multiples of her. Get out of my way, polyhedrons. Oh, Mickey's dead. That's not good. Brought her back just in time to get some
Maybe an 80 out of
experience. Save station means time to gear up. That teaches you deep freeze. Sure, let's learn deep freeze. Elementalist level 3. What else do I need? Crusader 5. Paladin. Oh no, Elementalist, Paladin, and Crusader 5. But I've like spent all of it. This looks like a boss room. Or maybe not. Oh, there's more. Okay, never mind. Come on, this computer looks important, surely.
This might do the job.
Try it.
Now you check it out.
Someone's coming.
Do I have to defend Anne again? Yes, I do.
But we're immaculate.
Alright then. And?
Get away from her!
I have to say, the fact that we're back into a corner.
It's gonna take a little more time. Just be patient. Think you're so strong. Try to withstand
Take this. Oh, they're too far away. Oh, there weren't very many. Okay. I can't see. Why is my... Oh, Jesus. Wait, is she dead? Are you serious? Okay, I was locked onto a target on the other side of the wall. So then Fidel was just running up against the wall. Can't believe this. 2 game overs in one stream. Not even like actual real game overs either. Maybe I should just play as Mickey and just spam healing.
This might do the job.
Try it.
Someone's coming.
Come to me. Why can't I target this dude? Okay, fine, I'll target this dude. I wish I could pause the game and change my target. But I have to change my target in real time. And it's only tabbing. Oh, dang, they keep breaking my guard.
It's gonna take a little more time.
I don't like how my mini-map doesn't show me where the enemies are. They only show me my party members. That's not helpful. They're coming. Can't see. Well, these guys are stuck against the wall too. They're suffering from the same thing I did. They're going for Anne, but there's a wall in the way. Well, I'll just laser them all together.
The security system on this is more complicated than anticipated. At least that's proof of how important this is.
Interrupt your fun, but hurry it up.
Why am I targeting this dude? Oh, someone's whacking Anne. No, let me target that person.
not physical strength.
No, it's physical strength. Who am I attacking? Okay, at least the computers are kind of dumb. So the wall not only blocks me, but it also blocks them. Oh, this guy's paralyzed. Like, they keep trying to run into this wall, I think.
We have access.
Oh, thank goodness. That's just a pain in the butt.
Everyone, please follow my lead. Quickly now.
What's going on? Another trap?
Really is here.
She's here inside this laboratory?
Yes, she is. One floor below.
No, let me
us.
get the chest first. Hey, Armon, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by, good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Why can't I go this way? Okay, I'll just follow you, Anne. What's over here? Oh, another one of these. Why are there so many teleporting rooms? There's one per floor. Does that mean there's like an elevator? That must be the exit. Oh, hi. Mini boss? Boss? Called the Destroyer.
So strong, try to withstand this.
I missed! Ow, how dare. Okay, I killed off the minions. Oh, thanks for the sleeveless redeem, Armon. I'm doing fairly well today. Oh, Anne's dead. Apparently Anne is really, like, people recommend you control Anne because her defense is low and her AI is kind of dumb, so it's just better if you be her. Nikki, healer. Nikki, why aren't you healing? She was just standing there taking all the hits. I need to stock up on fresh sage.
Allow me to help.
Nikki, heal! Why are you not healing? She's not set to manual. Oh, there she goes. Oh my god, oh my gosh. The targeting still sucks in this game. Oh, dang it! And I wasted blueberries. Oh, Anne's dead too. I didn't save after that last fight. I didn't save after that last fight. He just immediately goes for Mickey. Mickey, do something. Oh my god, stop going for my healer. Maybe the enemy's smart. I don't want to keep wasting fresh sage on Anne, but I don't want her to be dead at the end of the fight either. Oh good, I raised her just before fairy healing. No, Mickey! No, please don't be dead at the end of this. I need you to get that XP. It's very important. Oh, jeez.
I am
Well,
without
that
limits.
proved much more difficult
I
than I was
must use
expecting.
this gift to protect others.
Hopefully I can be of assistance.
What are you doing, Anne? Why are you kicking me? Is that your level up animation or something? I don't think they have level up animations. I think she was probably in the middle of an animation.
Relia!
Are you guys sure that's Relia?
My word! What happened to your hair? How could anyone do something like this to a young girl? It's entirely
How dare people cut others'
unforgivable.
hair?
At least she's safe. Don't worry. You're okay now.
It's like she's reverted to her previous self.
If I were abducted and imprisoned in some underground facility, I'd act the same way. Who wouldn't be traumatized by that? Let's get to know each other again. No pressure.
I don't mean to cut your reunion short, but this place isn't safe. Let's get out of here.
Please, hold on a second.
Tracking chip.
I won't make that mistake again.
Let's go.
Good thinking, Anne.
All right.
You guys sure this is your Relia? Also, like when we first met her, she was supposed to be like taciturn, withdrawn, not wanting to talk to us, but she opened up so quickly. She opened up within the first like half hour. So it didn't feel like a gradual opening up because of course this game's so short. And the private actions just kind of happen. So it's like suddenly she just opened up immediately. You learn Arcane Weapon. Ooh, Vampiric Blade. I think Vampiric Blade's better. So if I want to upgrade these, I actually have to like use... I have to find duplicate copies of the books.
Captain, in addition to the emergency exit through which we came, there appear to be transport devices located on each and every floor of this complex.
Great. Fidel, get on finding one of those transporters.
Why'd he just suddenly stop talking? Did I get too close to the exit? Okay, that's what these are for. And this place isn't that big, so I don't really need the transporters, but I guess they're nice. Oh, hi.
Enemy elimination successful.
Is Relia even, like, up to snuff with our levels? She's 45. When did I get to 45? I thought I was still, like, 30. Sage makes it so they cast faster. Maybe I should just up my Sage level first. Oh, I unlocked a new rule. What did I learn? I wish it would tell me. What did I learn? Oh, Enchanter. I think that's good for Fiore. Let's see, according to my list here, Enchanter is good for Fiore. These are all really good. I don't know which one to choose. Oh, this one gets MP cost plus 100%. I don't want that. At least not yet. Let's save. Those fights were kind of brutal. Here I thought I was getting along really well. I mean, the normal enemies are fine. It's just that boss kept targeting Miki. There are a couple roles that make it so that people are less likely to attack her, but I need to unlock them.
So glad to finally be out of there.
They're here.
Let's go back to Eastern Trade.
Don't shelter from the rain of blades.
Don't be afraid. I'm fine.
Okay, let's go back to town.
Do you think that Kronos is after Aurelia because they think she personally is important to them? It isn't just her power they want, is it?
My guess is they don't even see her as a human being.
Don't get mad at Anne now. She's only telling the truth. I know the way she put it might have been a bit cold, but it's not as if she agrees with him.
I'm not mad. I just couldn't help myself when I got to thinking about
Thinking about what?
that if Aurelia were able to get her signets removed, then maybe these people would lose interest in her.
Ah, like expunction?
Expunction?
People are not born with signaturgical powers. In fact, no one can use a signet until it is imbued by another. Conversely, there's also a technique to remove them. Such removal is termed expunction.
We don't want this power. Not one bit.
Did she say we? The Institute has the necessary equipment, and they'll let me use it.
It's a long road from Eastern Trade Cur to Santarol. I advocate getting everything we need here first, after which we can head out. Does that sound good to everyone?
It sounds great.
Okay, all the way back to Santarul. That's so far.
A decisive win with minimal casualties.
More challenges lie
We
ahead.
did it. Feel the power inside me. Yep.
Why can't they
Victor.
all be
I am
this?
without limits.
I'm fine.
Oh my god. Don't everyone talk at once now.
That wasn't even worth the effort.
We did it.
Yeah, I mean, at least if we're going back to Santarul, that means we can like try to do. We'll cover all the towns on our way back to get all the private actions.
I refuse to stop here.
So there's a lot of
Looks like
private
I'm
actions
gaining on my father.
that are exclusive to right after you get Aurelia back. So right after we've gotten her back now, there's a bunch of private actions that we'll miss if we don't do them like right away. I'm gonna save my bar as well.
That wasn't even worth the effort.
More challenges
As
lie
close to
ahead.
perfect as it gets.
Oh my god, these Kronos guys are everywhere.
Good to go.
A decisive win with
Hardly
minimal
worth the
casualties.
Fiore, I'm ready. I'm fine.
Master.
Oh, there he is.
Well now, what is the issue with supplies?
That won't be a problem.
Treatment of the wounded?
Our medical corps is seeing to them, but no soldiers are too injured to...
No, I was speaking of the townspeople.
Oh, of course you were. I'll have the medical corps look at them right away.
Master, your son.
The bunny bouncing in the background.
Now's not the time.
Let me just say, he's performing admirably.
And the random
That's good to hear. Now, if you have nothing further,
caster that
let me
walk
go.
by complaining about sand in her
sir.
clothes. I like how Victor was so excited to see Daryl and go up to
Well,
him.
I bet really is quite pooped from that big adventure. How about we go back to the inn and get some rest? What an idea.
Victor.
I'm not
Oh,
very tired. You just have
you guys stop talking so I can talk.
Come on now, let's get you to bed.
Victor was so excited to go tell Daryl how well Fidel's doing, and Daryl's just like, no, shut up, go away. I don't care about my son. Who cares about their son? I don't, certainly. Oh, Emerson's gonna pay for our room. How kind of him.
I must be anxious or something. Maybe a breath of fresh air would do me some good.
Who are we gonna eavesdrop on tonight? Oh, these guys are around. Hey Gunter, hey Hannah, hey Dax. Hey, it's been a while, Crocodile. I like how Gunter talks. I expect night in the desert to be this cold.
Pardon me.
None of the locals seem to be
Sorry.
spies. Well, thank you for checking that out, I guess. Yeah, JRPG dads generally don't care for their offspring until the end. That's only if they survive, right? Same with, like, it's either like they don't care or they're like bad dads, like antagonistic dads. And then the moms always die. Why is that? Anime and video games. Oh, hi, Dad.
Who's there?
Who's there?
What are you doing out this late?
That's my line.
I talked to Victor earlier. He told me you become quite the swordsman.
You've never praised me before.
Yes, I have. You've just forgotten.
No, you haven't.
No, I'd never. All you ever did was get mad at me.
That's so now. What's gonna happen with that little girl?
We're still not sure, but one thing is, we're gonna give it all we've got to keep her safe.
To think that I'd hear you talk about protecting people. That statement is proof that you're now able to care for those around you. To think of people other than yourself. The desire to shelter the weak from danger is one that blossoms in all people eventually. And it seems it has now blossomed in you, son. I'd say you've grown into a fine example of a man.
Look at this guy just walking through our conversation. Oh, are we done? Wait, are we done? Am I supposed to follow you?
Something here is wrong. Find Victor immediately and tell him to go on reconnaissance. Then go back to your friends and help them prepare for the worst. Got it?
Got it.
Good talk, Dad.
Hey, Victor. My dad wants you to go on reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance? He said that? I'll gather my subordinates and leave right away.
No, don't leave my party. I need you.
Uh-oh. Is this some sort of...
Deadly!
It isn't Kronos, is it?
We're under attack! The enemy's upon us!
We're out.
Since we've opened this can of worms, time to get down and dirty.
Well, that was fast. Wait, who's still attacking? Who am I supposed to be attacking? No one's... Okay. I can't tell who's friend and foe. God, the battle ends and then immediately... Let me at least... Bobby Jiva, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the fun frog fact. Yes, let's do that first. Let's see, which one should we do today? So did you know that frogs molt? So that's basically when they shed their skin. Most frogs molt about once a week, but some of them do it every single day. Once the old skin has been peeled off, usually the frog eats it. Again, frogs molt sometimes once a week, sometimes once a day, and then they eat their skin. That's lovely. Thank you so much for the fun frog fact, Poppy Jiva. Welcome to the stream. Okay, who? It's like constant stream of enemies.
What are you looking at?
Am I supposed to go this way? Who am I fighting? Okay, I'll just keep running. Oh, this guy again.
If you think you're so strong, try to withstand this!
Okay, I'm not even hitting the boss. We're doing like no damage to him. We're doing no damage to him. We're doing damage to him, but his health bar is not going down. Oh, and you're dead. I need to stock up on fresh sage. Oh, I'm really low on fresh sage.
Well, I see you live up to your nickname, Bloodbath. As a commander, it should be apparent to you. We can't keep this up. Don't tell me what we can and can't do. How do you know? Nothing but a war of attrition. Exactly. The only time you truly lose is when you give up.
Stop going after Mickey. It's like all of us gang up on him. It's like all of us plus my dad plus all of Victor's subordinates.
This isn't over yet. No, not by a long shot.
Okay, get out of here then. Get out. We don't want you here. Dursoul.
Time to retake the lead in this class.
Okay, you're kind of cool though.
Relia, I won't.
Oh no! Of course it's right after I had a...
So, maiden, you're the one Kronos is chasing around.
Of course I have a good heart-to-heart
Don't want to listen? Then consider
with my dad, and then he gets mortally injured.
Dad, no! If only you'd listened to me, this wouldn't have happened. All right now, don't try anything funny. This guy's my leverage, so I'm taking him with me. Stay back.
It's okay. Don't worry about me.
Shut your mouth!
Wait, no! I know!
And now for my first demand. Let's see. How about you pack up and scram by sunrise? That should be enough for now. I'll let your imaginations run wild.
Did I
about
lose
the
my
others.
opportunity to go do the private actions with Raylia during this chapter? Already? That short of a time period? Me sleeping at the inn? I lose all opportunities to go do private actions with her? Because once I rescue her, I think the chapter's
It's all
over.
my fault. I should have been watching Relia more closely.
Let's go after her right now.
But do I want to
Not
reload
so
my
fast.
save?
What if the enemy were to discover us?
They won't if we act now.
Have any idea where they might have gone?
There's the old execution site to the northwest they've been using as a camp.
What an eerie place to choose for a camp.
It's where all the criminals in the country used to be disposed of. But from the accounts we've heard, the government supposedly abandoned it a long time ago.
Then, that's where we'll head.
I would like to accompany you as well.
Lieutenant?
Then count us in too.
As you have no official directive to go there, such actions would constitute a breach of conduct. I could never ask.
We'll give them an official directive to go
That's
there.
an order.
Come on.
Understood.
Lieutenant, please bring Advisor Camus home safe.
Good luck, sir.
Let's get going, Victor. You won't be going as Lieutenant Oakville of the Central Rasulian Army, but as Victor, a friend and fellow disciple of my father, right?
That's exactly right. Lead the way, my brethren of the blade.
I know we can save him.
All right, let's get to it.
Does that mean really like such a short period of time? So like once you recover Raylia, let me see this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 missable private actions that you could only see during that time period. And not only are they here in Eastern Traker, they're also in Rasulia, Stahl, Maidoc, and Santa Rule. So they expected me to go all the way back to Santa Rule before having rested at the inn. I might still be able to do them after we return from this execution site, but I don't know. You know, in any case, I'm just gonna keep going with the game. I don't want to pause and walk all the way back just to do something silly like that without quick travel. It's just inane. When did I last save? It was like right after I got out of the place, right? Transport devices. Okay. Okay, well, I'll make a new save file now, just in case. But I'm not gonna go back and do all those private actions. That's ridiculous. That's too many. You have new supplies. You're getting kind of expensive here. I'll just buy one of each. I don't need to buy extras. These are important. Blueberries are cheap, I can buy them. I feel like I'll probably need more of these. Hi, Big Bunny. Deliver Sandfish, defeat Sandra the Majestic, defeat 5 cunning Zertails. Like, is this still considered Chapter 7 or Chapter 8? I thought since I rescued Raylia, but the thing is, again, it doesn't tell you. It just shows you that we're on some chapter called Transport Devices. It doesn't actually tell me what that means. Like, there's no distinct beginning and end. Oh, there's no save. Oh no, the save point's here. I also need to fight these things for fruits.
This shouldn't be a casual problem.
A decisive win with minimal casualties.
I should have at least done a few private actions before resting at the inn. I was just kind of in my head, I was like, oh, maybe I'll do the resting at the inn first. Just so that I could proceed with the plot and then do all the side stuff. Because again, I've played this game before up until a certain point, but I don't really remember what order anything happens because it was such an unmemorable game. Which again is a little unfortunate.
Close to perfect as it gets.
What can I say? I'm a perfectionist.
Don't be fooled. Double slash!
That wasn't even worth the effort.
Over already?
Can't get any better than that.
You can count on me.
Oh great.
What? We have the upper
Opportunity, no!
A decisive win with minimal casualties.
That
What can I say? I'm a perfectionist.
Why can't we all be this easy?
The more skillful I get, the more charming I become.
Oh, dang it. Stop breaking my gauge! I'm saving the gauge if I can. Because the next boss is hard. I know that.
That wasn't even worth the effort.
The next boss is hard. I remember it giving me trouble the first time. And the fact that that destroyer boss, the last one, also gave me trouble means that I'm falling behind. Oh, this is a mini boss. Part of that quest. She's going down easy. Gang up on her. gauge is up to 2 now. Right, you guys can't see the bottom of my gauge because I'm blocking it.
Maybe an
Now my
80 out of
clothes are all
100.
dirty.
Oh, I was like, there's still an enemy?
Just as I expected.
Oh yeah! Look at me now!
I am without limits.
Take advantage of this!
Travis Blade! Why can't there more challenges lie ahead?
I
Hopefully
must
I can
use
be
this
of
gift to
assistance.
protect others. Quick! Take
Here I come!
As close to perfect as it gets.
Can't get any better than that.
Get all these chests.
That's it.
Let's go. Really is waiting for us in there.
And also Daryl. Don't forget him. Let's learn more roles while we're at it. I gotta check my guide to see what I need. Paladin, Crusader. I need Crusader level 5. That costs so much though. Crusader, Paladin. Paladin's not as useful to have. Oh, it's like there's sub-chapters, I think, in this game. It says Brethren of the Blade, but I'm pretty sure we're still in the same chapter. I don't know if the picture changes every chapter, or if the picture only changes every other chapter. Again, it's so hard to tell. And I really can't believe how skeevy it is that there's 13 missable private actions, and you have that small window of opportunity to do it. Especially since they juked me into thinking I was actually walking back to Santa Rosa. So I was like, oh, that makes sense. It'll give me a chance to actually go and do those private actions. This is the same music as the Alanair Citadel. Yeah, I remember this place is big. Wait, is it just one floor? Seriously? I remember this place was annoying though.
Blasted! What?
Can't get any better than that.
Why are you guys hanging out with Grim Reapers?
Yes?
Just as I expected.
This place kind of reminds me of the Kirostyle training facility too.
Show me what you got.
I'll just fight everyone along the way, I guess.
Take it more.
Why can't they all be this easy? You can count on me.
Ooh, solar signets. And for you, sun flare. Oh, but you can also learn tornado. Okay. Again, people recommend that for Miki, you just turn off all her offensive skills. Actually, let's do that now. How do I do that though? Like, how do I turn it off? Is it just by setting nothing here? Like, if I just do this, is that gonna make her just heal? Let's try it. I mean, half the time she doesn't even do anything. She just stands there with her mouth open, not healing, not attacking. Like, I need to upgrade her rolls better, but... Gee, how am I doing for SP? Okay, I think I can... Let's upgrade her Sage roll. Maybe Enhance Own Judgment's gonna help her. Oh, but I should have been saving for Crusader though. What are you guys? Oh, dang it, you broke my gauge. Wait, no, you guys are a mini boss. Or for like a side quest. I think, is this a new enemy model? Oh, we did it. How am I supposed to read this? Okay, it's just a circle. Hey, Psycho Reaper, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. You're doing well? You're doing pretty good?
A decisive win.
More challenges life.
Ooh, a Mirage robe. Like, better? It's the same defense, lower mentality, 20% chance for damage taken minus 20%. So let's give that to Fiore.
Yeah.
You're doing good too? You're taking a break right now? Good to hear, good to hear. Please enjoy your break. Ooh, my gauge is up to 3. That's like the highest I've had it so far. I'm gonna save it for the boss. I'm gonna kick this boss's butt when we get to him.
Why can't they hardly work easy?
That wasn't even worth the effort.
That was good.
This map is so confusing because it just shows everything layered on top of each other. Oh, that's cool. Is that Dark Devour in this game? That spell? Stop breaking my gauge.
successful.
I like how it's delayed in telling me what comes out of a chest. Okay, I have 3 levels of gauge. I know there's like a... There's like a way you can set up how many times you use the gauge. Press L2 while holding R2 to select how many gauges you wish to expend. Okay, so I can choose not to use it all. L2 while holding R2. Can I do that? Oh, I can't do that unless I'm in battle. Like, by default, does it just pick the highest? You guys look annoying. Okay, there we go, yeah. Yeah, you guys aren't so bad. You just look tougher than you actually are. Kiki, can you heal yourself, please? Oh geez, don't break my gauge.
A warrior must
Feels
continue
good
to
to be
hope.
so strong. Everybody, remember your training. Raise on,
As close to perfect as it gets.
Why can't they all be? Hopefully I can be of assistance now.
Don't talk all at once, everyone. I mean, it's better than Xenoblade, at least, when it comes to talking at the same time. We're out of this area.
Decisive win with minimal casualties.
That was it?
I must use this gift to protect others.
Hey, Risuke, welcome to the stream. You're doing well today. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Good to go. Take a let you get away.
Why can't they all be?
What can I say? I'm a perfectionist.
Good, I thought this door was locked. Give me this chest. Ooh, books. I'll take that. What can I learn with this? Terra Hammer. Or Arctic Impact. Let's do Arctic Impact. Maybe let's do Deep Freeze into Arctic Impact. What was that spell? I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but I think one of the ones that looks kind of cool is Dark Devourer, where it summons like a demon hand to come out and start like mauling people. It didn't look as cool in Star Ocean 4. They definitely souped it up in this one. I think I'm enjoying this game a little bit more now that I'm doing it the second time. Hey Lord Demper, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming by. I hope you're doing well today.
Great job. But let's keep moving.
Now my clothes are all dirty.
That's how you win battles.
Oh, was it Deep Freeze that you saw?
I love learning.
I definitely think that now that I'm going through this game a second time and being a little bit easier on my criticism of it, despite I'm still criticizing it, but I'm enjoying it a little bit more than the first time. I do like the roll system. I think that's the one thing I do like more than the other games.
Let's go.
You can actually program your AIs to be a little bit smarter, even though it doesn't feel like they're being smarter sometimes.
As close to perfect as it gets.
That was it.
Do I have... How much SP do I have? Okay. Learn roles. Crusader. I need Crusader, I need Paladin up. And then I need Elementalist up. I need so much SP. I'm trying to unlock a good role for Mickey. Yeah, thank goodness it's the weekend. Oh, I am cursed? Oh. Losing MP. Cure condition. Okay, let's read this map. Okay, I want to go this way first. Oh, there's a locked chest. Oh, there's a regular test. Okay. I was gonna say if it's just a locked chest, it's not worth it. But those guys went down so quickly. So again, like, the enemies in this game go down so easily, but then the bosses are like hard and tanky AF. Like, I wish they could balance it a little bit more. Like, I don't mind a boss being tanky and hard, but it's just the difficulty disparity is just a little bit annoying. It's hard to get a gauge of like how ready you are for the boss just because the enemies are so weak.
Better than that.
More challenges lie ahead.
All those either work this weekend, I wish you the best. That's always rough.
Hardly worth the effort.
Where am I going? Let's go down. Down. Wait, there's a dead end with no chest. How dare you? The boss that made you quit the game was in the playroom? I don't think... Well, we went to the playroom. I'm not sure if I'm thinking of the same one. The research facility where Relia was. There wasn't a boss in there. It was just like a regular enemy rush. We just got past the second research facility, and that boss was a little annoying. For me, it was the boss of this dungeon that was hard. Like the first one that was really legit hard for me. But I beat it, and then I just got bored. I think I got to the next chapter and I got bored. My gauge is actually almost full. I might actually have a full gauge for the boss.
A decisive win.
More challenges lie ahead.
Yeah, like, Star Ocean has always been kind of like that, where they're not very... I mean, Star Ocean 4 was more fair, I think. But, like, some bosses would just be, like... Or some bosses or random enemies would just be so strong, like, out of nowhere. Like, the curve would just be like, whoop! Like, Star Ocean 3 especially, like, Moonbase was so bad. Especially if you want to use Sophia or Pepita, because they come at you... They join you at level 1 in that area. And both at the same time, too. Star Ocean 4 was a little bit more fair, I think. But it was still a little rough. Please don't break my gauge. I don't want to use my gauge on these guys. Oh, Mickey's just straight up dead. Oh, so is Fiore. Wait, why am I dying? Wait, why is there no battle music? It's just playing the dungeon music. Okay, we killed all the enemies except one. Okay. Please don't hit Mickey. Oh no, there's another one. Oh, you killed Mickey, how dare you? Okay, now is it safe to revive you? Okay, Mickey, I swear to gosh, just cast your healing spell. There we go. Okay, now we're good. I can't see! I can't see! That was like a mini boss for a side quest, I think. That's why he was harder. Okay, I'm glad he didn't break my gauge, though. Gosh dang it. Once someone starts dying, it's because like the enemy just beelines towards them and starts wailing on them. There's nothing you could do.
A warrior must continue to hone his skills.
Yeah, Raimi was really strong. Yeah, I think I heard that too. Like she was nerfed a little bit for the international release. Oh, did I see the new frog Pokemon? Yes, I did. It's kind of cute. I'm kind of anxious to see what it evolves into before making a judgment. Like, I like it, but I don't know if it'd be like one of my staple Pokemon that I would put into my team. Yeah, it's got like an eyeball on his like stomach. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the rest of the chest before we fight the boss, because the boss is gonna kick my butt. I saw some memes with that frog Pokemon too. It's kind of cute. Oh, you're right. It was revealed on the first day of FrogCon. That is very good timing now that you mention it. Yeah, you're right. For those of you just coming into the stream, FrogCon is a virtual con, and it starts today, run by the Frog Cult on Twitter. I retweeted them, and they have like streams all weekend. There's like frog experts talking about frogs. There's frog game developers talking about their games. There's a virtual artist alley with all sorts of artists selling frog merch, and some of them are really cute. And there's froggy cams where people just set up their webcams to look at their frogs. Oh, I can't go through this door. Okay. Oh, this must be like a shortcut. This boss is going to be a pain in the butt. Let's do Crusader level 4. Yeah, I unlocked a new... Oh, I unlocked Shock Therapist. 10% chance to cure ailment. Oh, you're right. I should watch those frog streams to get more frog fun facts. That's a good idea. I was gonna watch some anyways, but I definitely won't have time to watch all the frog streams. Yeah, I need to work on Elementalist and Paladin. Then I unlock a new role for the healing role. Okay. I do have like 4 gauges of charge, so maybe that'll really help in this boss fight, but I don't know. I remember this boss fight being so annoying. Okay, here we go.
Aurelia! Dad!
Master.
I like how it's like member out Miki just because she's walking over here to help him. Oh no, does that mean I don't have her for the fight? I can't remember.
It's a trap! They're all over the place!
Is that why this fight sucks?
How rude! You just had to go and ruin the production by tattling, didn't you? Well, it had a stupid story anyway. A son thinking he could just walk into our lair and save his father? No wonder they're both going to die. Kill them!
Quickly, Mickey, join my party again. Oh no, dang it, I don't have Mickey for this part. These are just normal. Oh, don't break my cage. Okay, where's Fiore? I need to protect her. Fiore! Look, I'm trying to attack him through the staircase. That's great. Oh dang, there's more enemies. I was gonna heal Emerson? Yeah, that guy waited well until we were here up there to say it was a trap. Hey Yo, welcome to the stream. These guys are gonna weaken us before the actual boss fight. Wait, let us heal. Let me heal. No, let me heal really quickly. Let me heal. Let me heal. I need to heal right now. Oh. No, let me heal. Let me heal before the fight.
This is ridiculous. Surrender. Just make us. Fire. Shoot to kill. What? Father!
Oh no!
The once great bloodbaths pierced to pieces. At last we know which side'll be bested. Okay, men. Withdraw.
Yeah, no time to heal. We have to argue with the boss for a little bit. Wait, I thought I fight him here, don't I? I thought I fight him here. Do I not? Am I misremembering things? What? I thought we fight him here.
No! This isn't happening!
Emerson, can't you guys cure him like you did with Miki?
No, we can't.
Why not?
We have neither our ship nor the right equipment like we did before.
Go.
Dad!
Protect.
I'm so sorry you had to protect Relia for me. I'm sorry, Dad.
No, Fiddly. At times like this, you should say...
Thank you so much, Dad.
You protect me? I'm sorry. Thank you.
I'm surprised. Wait, why did I say member out Daryl? He wasn't even helping me in the last fight. I'm surprised Victor didn't have a line there. I know he's just probably acting just stoic and... Wait, am I back in town? But there was an entire hallway that I didn't get to go through.
War calls.
Oh, I just lost my entire party. You guys, we have private actions to do.
When to go fight.
I don't want to leave his side.
I know. Fiddly, you're not gonna join them?
He just said he wants to be by his side. Mickey, were you listening?
Don't push yourself. You've tried hard enough already. No one will get mad at you if you leave the fighting to others this once. Hear that? Doesn't sound like the battle will end anytime
Hey, Mickey, can you
soon.
stop talking? I'm mourning. Read the room.
You should stay close to Pop's side. For his sake.
That's what I'm doing, Mickey.
I'm sure he doesn't regret.
Wait, am I in control now? Oh my gosh, I am. What the heck? Can I sit back down? No, I want to sit back down. No, I chose to get up and now I can't sit back down. That's why she kept talking. No, don't take my seat. Don't go for my seat. I see you. Yeah, I guess the real boss fight was just fighting my feelings, I guess. Then do I fight Dursul here? Like, I'm pretty sure oh, I can't even save now. I think I just fight him here, like straight up. Like in the town.
Are you sure you're all right? If you get overwhelmed, just say the word.
You matured so much, I'd be hard-pressed to tell the difference between you and your father now.
Oh.
I'm terribly sorry we couldn't do it.
Don't say that to me, Victor.
Stay strong and persevere. You're the only one who can carry on your father's wishes.
No need to hold back! Annihilate them!
You think you're so strong?
Try a level 3 special. I can't see a thing. Oh yeah, I hit that laser. Oh my gosh, look at how much damage that's doing.
Why did Chronos stop giving us
Oh, he has the same battle music as Albel and Crossel. I can't see anything.
You think you're so strong? Try to withstand this.
Yeah, the town is under attack now. Wait, am I missing my laser? Ow, he's beating up Victor somewhere. Oh, now he's going after me. Mickey, heal us. Ow! Get me out of here! I can't move! Wait, did you see that? Look, he killed 4 of us! He killed 4 of us! He killed 4 of us at the same time! Are you kidding me? I can't revive 4 people? How did he do that? How did he not kill Anne? She was like right up his butt. I'm dizzy! I can't move! Oh, he's got all these minions helping him too. What the heck? What am I supposed to do in this situation? Give up? Get away from me! Stop coming for me! Is Victor just standing there guarding? Like, he's not even doing anything, he's just standing there guarding. Yeah, this whole section feels kind of scuffed. Okay, you better cast this really quickly. Ow! No, I was just about to heal everyone, you asshole! Oh, he's gonna kill me. Ow, no, I'm dead. How do I change character? Ah! Sucks. Do I have something that heals everyone? Do I have any right berries? Wait, aqua berries cure everyone in this game? It only cures 20%. Oh, this is horrible. I got him down to like a low HP too. If I die here, I have to redo that other fight. How am I still alive? Like, how are we not having a wipe right now? Ooh, there goes Fiore. Mickey, are you oh! I was gonna say, Mickey, you better be casting Fairy Healing. Wait, did she revive Anne? She revived Anne! She revived Anne instead of healing us! Are you kidding me? Are you stupid? Fine, I'll take matters into my own hands. Don't go for me. Don't hit me. I'll be the healer then. Fine. You guys obviously can't handle it. Wait, is he coming for me? Is he coming for me? Oh, those fireballs are coming straight for me. Do it, Mickey! That fireball's coming for me. Ow! I guarded right when the fireball hit me, but it broke my guard. Get away from me! Okay, I think I'm good enough that I can revive Anne on my own. Oh, really is dead too. Get away from me! Thank you for the stretch redeem, Armon. Okay, we're slowly killing him. I'm just gonna be the healer, I guess. I think that's just the strat here. Is that enemy coming for me? Yeah, you guys hit him while he tries to go for me. Oh my god. I guess I'm a Mickey main now. Ow! Stop it! There, now we're good. I'm just gonna spam fairy healing for a little bit. Okay, are you good, Mickey? Are you good? The second I switch away from her, she's gonna stop healing. Like, I don't know why. I have all healing rolls on her, too. Victor, why are you taking so much damage? Okay, no, I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I'm back to Mickey. I'm back to Mickey. This is already bad. I switched away from her for 1 second. Okay, kill him! Oh my goodness. What a pain in the ass. Retreat! He actually died though, okay. I can teabag you just for all that. Wait, I can do this. Oh, no, I have emotes! No, I want to use my emotes! I wanted to teabag his body so badly. Yes, this was a super tough boss that gave me a hard time. We were fine, and then suddenly he killed like 4 of us at the same time.
We did it. Right?
Can't believe this. Hate you, Dursol.
We may have avenged my father, but that won't bring him back.
Teabag him.
To think that I'd hear you talk about protecting people. That statement is proof that you're now able to care for those around you. To think of people other than yourself. The desire to shelter the weak from danger is one that blossoms in all people eventually.
Yeah, I can finally unclench now. That was stressful to watch. I can't believe I didn't wipe. Running around as Mickey, bringing people back.
Dad!
Protect!
Yeah, the fastest revenge arc ever.
Dad wouldn't want me to mourn his death. That would only hinder me from...
Finally, a cutscene in the sunlight. It's always cutscenes in the dark in this game.
I wanted to give you this earlier. It was your father's. Now you deserve to have it.
Thanks, Victor. I still missed out on that entire like section of the dungeon that they didn't let me through. Wait, why is the inn door closed? Am I by myself? Oh, I'm not. Yeah. Is his swords really Victor's to give away? To be honest, I should have just claimed it right away off the bat. You know what? Victor, you should have given me the sword before we fought Dursol. It would have helped so much. Why can't I go back in the inn? let's hand these in. Oh, I learned Corruptology. Increased likelihood of receiving spoils from fallen corrupt enemies. She's just sitting on a slime in that picture. Okay, where am I supposed to go? Why is the inn closed? Oh, I'm supposed to meet everyone here? Do you sell new stuff? Okay, you're still selling the same stuff. Oh right, Raylia needs a new cloak. So I just got her back. That's a big difference. Yeah, I need more fresh sage. Okay, whew. Okay, I don't even have enough SP to level up my next skill.
Sorry.
Did I just push a cat aside with my foot and said sorry? Why was that even an option to run past it and knock it over?
I would like to come with you.
We would love to have you, but what about the army?
As there will be no large-scale operations for the time being, I received permission to escort Lady Brunelli to her homeland.
What's this? The righteous lieutenant finagled his way into an army-sponsored trip?
Well, that's hilarious. Let's all laugh.
I'm sorry about what happened to Master Camuse. I may not have been able to protect him.
Oh my gosh, Fiore's shadow, you're right.
Thanks for the sentiment.
Why is it so jittery?
At the same time, Raylia is the one we should all be protecting.
Ah, good point.
To Santa roll.
Okay, now we can do all the private actions. Okay, so the window of opportunity was not that small. Okay, thank goodness. Now you want to play this game now? This game is an experience. Again, it's not bad. It's just very rough around the edges. I mean, like the other Star Ocean games, it does have a big... Well, I'm not sure if I want to say big. There are, like, post-game dungeons and things, so it will keep you busy for a bit. Like, the main story is, like, 20 to 25 hours, but I think if you want 100% it, it's probably, like... According to online, at least, people said it took up to 60, but I'm not sure if that counts, like, doing an entire New Game Plus as well. Okay, now we can finally do... Wait, what happened to the nice sky? It's all sandy and gross again. Okay, we can finally do private actions.
Okay, then. Let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Okay. We're gonna spend the next hour just doing all these missable private actions. Again, like I said, there's 13 missable private actions in this section of the game. And that doesn't even include... But that includes the party private actions, the ones where they just talk while you're in the field. And you can't control those, you can't activate those. They happen randomly sometimes.
Lieutenant, don't you want to go with the others?
Dax, how did you know about that?
Don't be so prickly wiggly. We'll be fine.
Prickly wiggly.
There's no doubt in my mind that we can handle this. You, however, I'm not so sure about.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Why you gotta single a guy out like that?
Wait, they didn't even... They just skipped the entire... Victor said something, and his text appeared for half a second on the screen, and he didn't say it. And then it just ended. What the heck? I like Gunter. The characters in this game don't have much personality, but he speaks funny, and I like it. And he's a fist fighter.
I assume this goes without saying, but still, your father was a truly amazing individual. Once a life is lost, it can never return. The time you spent with Daryl while he was alive, though, will never be lost. Memories are eternal. He'll be with you as long as you don't forget him.
Except he didn't spend time with me when he was
Feel free to lean on me
alive.
whenever things get too tough for you.
He, like, deliberately avoided Fidel for most of his life, once he got old enough.
Do you want to hold hands with me, Raylia? Huh? Yeah. We can walk holding hands. You know, like we did before. Like before?
Mickey's just like, give me your hand.
Oh, sorry. Did you not like it when we held hands? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm sorry. That's okay. If you decide you want to later on, just tell me and we can. Okay.
I don't know, guys. I mean, you said it yourself, this Relia seems a lot different than our Relia. You think it's just trauma, but I don't know, I think you picked up the wrong girl. Just saying.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
I think it's like we're getting close to the point in the game where I stopped playing, because I got bored.
Are you happy being with me?
Yeah, without a doubt. I'm very happy being together with you again after all of that, Relia.
Being with Relia makes you happy?
Yeah, extremely happy even.
Relia.
I unlocked the equal opportunist role. Oh yeah, that's a missable one too, because again, almost all the private actions with Relia in this chapter are missable. Isn't it odd too? Our Relia at the beginning of the game never spoke in third person, and this one always speaks in third person.
Hot, so hot, hot. Good, but I can't take anymore. My mouth is gonna explode. My tongue is burning, and my throat, even my tummy hurts. Water, give me some water. Water.
I like how I'm just standing here and taking that all in. You good, Mickey? Oh, okay, you're fine now. Sounds like she had fun voicing that.
Sorry.
Oh, am I out of private actions already? I thought there were so many more in Eastern Tricur at this point in time. Did I do them already? Okay, let's go back to Santa Rule, which is all the way on the other side of the world. We're gonna stop by all the towns on the way there to do missable private actions. I think I'm gonna stop by Stall first and then Rusulia second, because we need to find Ruddle. And then turn in that quest for fighting those guys in the battle hall. Does it let me jump down this little cliff here? Oh, the enemies changed. These guys are orange now. Oh wait, I'm playing as Mickey. I'm like, how come I'm over here?
That was it.
Ooh, I'm unlocking new rules. Ah, yes, I can jump down here. Okay, sweet. Let's go back to Stall. I still don't know how to open these locked chests yet. When do I unlock lockpicking? It's probably like a side quest I haven't finished or something. It's annoying. So once we get to Stall, or on the way to to stall. I'm also gonna fight all the insect enemies because I need fruits for the bunny pies.
That wasn't even worth the effort.
What?
As close to perfect as it
And I don't know why it's the insects that drop the fruits that you need for the pies. Wouldn't it be the tree enemies, you would think? And then once I get to Santa Rule, I also need to buy wheat there to make the bunnylicious pies, because you can only buy wheat in Santa Rule for some reason. Unicorn wolf. Interesting.
Why can't they all be this easy?
You don't even need me.
That wasn't even worth the effort.
More challenges lie ahead.
I love learning.
I love learning. So again, Mickey's just standing there. I mean, I guess she doesn't have anything to heal.
I'm a perfectionist.
For some reason, these maps remind you of FF14's Shroud in 1.0. I guess I can see that. Yeah, very beehivey. Yeah, I see what you mean. The whole map is like a bunch of like little modules almost.
Not ready to retire yet.
Why are these little dudes keep breaking my gauge?
Victor! I can do it. I'm fine.
Okay, I'll save here just in case those side quest enemies kick my butt. So now we're back in Stall. I think there's some private actions here, and we have to do Ted's quest. There's no quest board here though, so we have to go all the way back to Rasulia to turn in this quest, which is a little silly. Oh yeah, we also need to find Ruddle. Ruddle's over here, I think.
Pardon me.
He said he was in the infirmary. Oh no, don't tell me he moved locations. Well, I'll be. We've got a record number of patients today. I assume you're looking for Ruddle. Well, are you gonna tell me? Oh, he was just here moments ago complaining of a general malaise. I'm gonna be chasing him around the entire world. After I gave him something for his stomach, he said he was well enough to show his face in the capital again. Okay, he better be there. You think he'd come all the way from my dock just to get some medicine for his hangover? This Ruddle seems a lot different than the other Ruddle. He's always lost for directions, but this time he seems a little more clueless. Dang it. Look at these twins. They both told me to cheer up at the same time.
Sorry.
Hey Ted, how's it going? Okay, let's do this fight. You hooligans raising a ruckus in my training hall? How dare you? I'm gonna hit you with a laser beam. This guy's name is Ars. Arse. Just unleash your powerful spells in this room. I'll unleash my laser, don't you worry. But yeah, in the last stream, I said that the song that played here was from Star Ocean 4, which is true, but I accidentally said that the song that played here was Stab the Sword of Justice, which is the one that plays on EN2. It was actually Don't Be a Hero, which plays on Nox Obscurus. I know someone's probably going to correct me on that in the near future. Like, 6 months to 12 months from now, someone's going to comment on that previous video of mine and be like, actually, at this point, you said the wrong name of the song. I'm still getting comments like that on YouTube once in a while. People will comment on, like, ancient videos of mine and correct me on one thing I said. And I'd be like, thanks.
Let's meet at the training hall.
Yeah, the ancient Camus sword art, vaporizing laser beam. See, again, it's so weird because, like, Fidel's fighting style is directly copied from Fate. And so, like, in-game lore, it means the Camus sword style was passed on through the Federation and eventually Fate learned it. But I always thought the laser beam from Fate was a custom move of his because he has, like, his alter genetics of destruction, right? So how the heck is Fidel able to fire a laser beam? It just doesn't make any sense.
Hey, Miki, when we were kids, didn't you used to run faster than me?
Yes, I think I did.
I thought that... Oh, maybe you're slower because you got fat.
How can you say such terrible things like they were nothing? You're so mean!
I didn't mean it like that. I meant your cooking's so good, you just can't stop eating it.
I've had it with you!
Very
That's
smooth,
not what
Ted.
I meant. All I wanted was to try your home cooking again. Since you're finally back home. I swear.
I really want to try your home cooking again, so I called you fat. That's like the third or fourth conversation in this game of someone saying that Miki was fat, or Miki calling herself fat. Yeah, the emotion in her voice was very powerful right there. Miki's voice, I mean, at times it sounds like a generic heroine, and at times it's just like, it's very forgettable, but when she gets emotional, it actually comes off pretty good. Like when she was eating the spicy food in Trey Kur, it was actually kind of good.
I got something.
Got what? From who?
An apple. From someone I don't
I don't know if you should be eating apples from people you don't know. Oh, I'm supposed to say something. What do I say? The best response is to tell her to thank the person who gave it to her.
I hope you said thank you to the person. If not, let's go do that.
Thank you. Thank you. You say thank you.
Of course. I mean, doesn't it make you happy when people thank you for something?
Fidel. Thank you.
You're welcome, girl who is totally Aurelia.
Let's meet at the training hall.
There's only one. Oh, it's all the way up there.
After all this time, Fiddly still can't eat fish guts. I don't know how he can deprive himself, though. They're so good. Guts?
Internal organs. When making dishes with small fish, you can just leave them in.
Once, when Fiddly was eating a fish he'd caught in the river, the worm he'd used as bait popped out of the fish's guts.
Oh, come on. Don't remind me of that.
What a waste. Guts are one of the best parts.
Good talk, guys. Remind me of my childhood trauma, why don't you? I mean, it makes sense if you're gonna bait the fish with the worm and then immediately eat the whole fish. The worm's gonna be in there. I should go walk by the docks just in case there's a party private action as well. What is a fish but a worm corn dog? I mean, I guess. Okay, there's no private action here. Again, the party private actions are so hard because there's conditions to spawn them, but they don't always spawn, and sometimes it's random. And you just need to be walking around town in certain areas. What about here? I haven't been back here since the very beginning of the game. Okay, nothing to say here, guys.
Let's meet at the training hall. Sorry.
Something is thirsting for blood. There it is.
What's wrong?
Come get some.
What are you doing, Victor? It's just a cat.
Don't stop me, Miki. This is something I have to do for myself.
Oh, wait, are you afraid of cats?
I'll let it slide for today. Count yourself lucky, cat.
You sound exactly like a sore loser.
But didn't Anne say that she thought of Victor as a cat, and I said Victor is more of a dog person? So Victor, okay, let me get it straight. Victor doesn't like cats, and he doesn't like spinach. Wasn't there something else that he doesn't like? Are you accepting more apples from strangers, Raylia?
Like Fidel. Me roar brave.
Oh, that's how I sound all the time.
Me roar brave.
Me roar brave.
Me roar brave. Me roar brave.
You're not gonna comment on that, Fidel? Me roar brave. We done yet? Oh, there's more.
Let's meet at the training hall. Sorry.
I don't like the looks of this.
His skills are impressive. I wonder if he'd accept an offer to
Hey, there's no
fight.
cat there, though.
Victor, he's an old man.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Please, don't be ridiculous, Miki. He's clearly the master of something.
Well, he looks like an ordinary old man to me.
Mickey, didn't you grow up in this town? Should you know
I think
this
he
guy?
might be deaf. I knew it. He's just an ordinary old guy.
So he thinks I'm not even worth glancing at, does he? Then I'll show him by training even harder.
What the?
Victor, you're kind of weird. The more I learn about you, the weirder you are. Eve Ho. Maybe if that guy is deaf, maybe he's the master of sign language. The old man and his cat turn into the game's hidden boss. Victor be like, I told you so! There's still more!
Let's meet at the training hall.
I wish that you can just, as soon as you gather everyone up again, you can spawn the next one instead of having to go into a building and come out.
Relia, how would you like to sing something together? Sing? Yeah, sing. Singing's pretty fun, you know. We'll sing... together? I'm still not sure what you mean. I don't get it. What's singing? Okay. Never mind then. Maybe we can another time? Maybe we can sing another time. Okay, it's a deal.
Mickey, you gave up so quickly. You should have been like, yes, let's sing right now, I'll show you. Again, the doors in this game feel so weird. It's like, it's hard to tell when you're actually like selecting them sometimes, because it takes a second to load, but your character can still move. Okay, we're done. Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the east side of town just to see if there's a party private action up there. Then we'll go back to Rusulia, and then we can go to Maidok and then Santa Rule.
So what made you interested in signals?
Aha!
Tell me what your interests are.
Huh? I guess good alcohol and beautiful women.
And why do you like them?
There's no logical reason. I'm just drawn to them.
Exactly. Now do you get it?
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Kind of a cop-out answer if you ask me. Okay, nothing up here. Let's go. We'll take the footpath because it's faster. Again, I don't know why at the beginning of the game then. Why did Fidel and Mickey take the footpath or not take the footpath? Was it just because those Eidolons were on it? Emerson dialogue roulette. 50% alcohol, 50% woman. Sometimes gambling. He's got all the greatest qualities of a real man. He's gonna make the Kenny bloodline very proud.
As close to perfect as it gets.
Oh, that was an interesting sound. Oh, those guys were a mini boss, or like a side quest boss. The music was different.
Why can't they all be this? It's hardly worth the effort.
Fine, I'll do it.
Emerson, dramatic entry.
Don't be afraid. You're fine.
I say I'm a perfectionist.
You did it. Over?
A warrior must continue to focus. As close to perfect as it gets.
More challenges lie ahead.
back to Rusulia. Surely there's some party private actions somewhere around here. I know there's like a couple missable ones we already missed, but it's not such a big deal. I don't care about missing too many, but I just want to hit all the majority of them. I guess I don't care as much about private party actions either. Or, yeah, party private actions. It's the individual ones I like more, because those are the ones you can activate of your own accord. It's weird they even classify those as party private actions, or private actions at all. Especially since it's called a party private action, but it's usually only like 2 characters talking. Okay, where's Ruddle?
Whoops.
Don't tell me I don't actually meet Ruddle and he just comes back off screen. Okay, find Ruddle. They keep giving me more and more quests for killing things on the Daka footpath. How many times do you expect me to go past that footpath again? Collection as innocent as a Valkyrie. Oh, this Lazard's flask, huh?
I refuse to stop here.
What is this? What is this icon for anthropology? Anthropology makes it so you get more drops from humanoid enemies. I want to level up my emoter roll just so I can get more emoticons, but I need to save my SP. Crusader, Paladin. Oh, I learned so much. Executioner, Fringe Fighter, Enforcer, Elementalist, I need this. Assassin I think is pretty good for Emerson. Emissary of the Blue Sphere. Become more militant when hit with ice or earth spells. Aha, this one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. Holy Mother. Cover 1% MP, foes take fewer actions. But really, it doesn't have any. Oh, dang it! I thought I had more rolls on Emerson and Anne. Okay. Assassin? Wait, I have a list of good rolls for Emerson. Emerson's good with Berserker, Assassin, Sharpshooter, Critical Combatant. Okay, I don't have Berserker yet. Menace? I don't even know what to give you. So let's see. Princess gives her hang back +5, periodically recover HP and MP. But I think Holy Mother's better. Periodically recover MP, foes take fewer. I think that means foes target her less. I think that's what I need. So hang back is useful, but she's probably going to be hanging back anyways. Like there's 2 builds for Mickey I found people using. It's Sage, Savior. So these 2 are pretty set. Princess and Skulker. I don't have Skulker. And then, or Holy Mother, Savior, Crusader, Sage. So that's the build I'm using now. Okay, I'll just go with this for now. Then I can start spending SP on learning other people's skills. Yeah, they're very ambiguously worded. Like, I had to research a little bit about what they meant. And even then, it's not really that clear. Okay, but I think I can stop working on Mickey's roles for now. Okay, let's see if we unlocked a new quest by doing those ones. Okay. We gotta find Ruddle. He's somewhere in this town. I hope he's not in the castle. Ha!
Pardon me. Sorry.
Ruddle! Yikes, you stole me. Speaking of which, who are you? Rumina asked you to find me. Wow, that couldn't have been easy. I'll go back to the inn and meet up with her. I apologize if I caused any trouble. Do I have to go see you at the inn? Or can I just turn in this quest? Oh, here. Wait, all I got was an earth charm for that? Oh, I got a roll, okay.
Looks like I'm gaining on my father.
Altruist. Gain SP, not XP. Well, I should get some of these. This one might be good for Raylia. Get extra full. I don't really need extra full, though. Normal attack, remove self buff. Normal attack, remove foe buff. Ruddle's got a better outfit than 5-6 of the party members. I agree. His outfit's pretty good for a generic NPC, although it's the same outfit he had in Star Ocean 4, and it's the same outfit worn by a bunch of rando NPCs in this game. So unfortunately, he's not unique. In fact, his head even looks like it's not unique in this game.
I don't know about you, but I had such a hard time deciding where to get my first signet.
Huh.
I asked for it on my right cheek. I really thought it would add some dash and daring.
You did?
I must have been going through a rebellious phase. Yeah, that's it.
And what an unconventional one. I wish I could have seen it.
Well, Mickey with a face tat, that would have been awesome.
Is there anything you want me to get you, little one? Anything at all? Hmm? How about some clothes that match your hairstyle?
To be together.
What?
I want to be together. Not alone.
I see. I'll tell you what. We'll all stay together then. Don't worry your little head over it.
Amen.
Really has hair? Yeah, it's like oh, you can't see it. Kind of blends in with her hat. I wonder if Ruddle and Rumina are actually in the inn. We haven't seen Rumina yet. She just posted the quest.
Whoops.
It's so hard to navigate these tiny hallways with my entire party running around like this. Yeah, I guess Ruddle and Rumina aren't physically here.
Okay then,
reconvene in front of the inn. Whoops.
You get to see the guy that wants to challenge Victor again.
If a guy ignores a woman for 3 years without even sending her a single letter, do you think that means he's forgotten her?
Fiore asks if a man doesn't contact a woman when she seems to be nursing an old crush, and any answer gets you in hot water. The least damage is done by telling her he hasn't forgotten. I don't want Fiore to like me, so... Yes. Yes, he's forgotten you.
Yep, he's forgotten her.
The worst part is that you can't go after anyone else when the love of your life deserts you. Well, you can try, but you'll just be reminded of how much you miss him.
Well, what makes you think you have to forget?
If only it were as simple as you make it sound.
I mean, fair enough, that is a tricky situation. I'll give you that, Fiore. Maybe you should try dressing differently. Maybe that way he'll pay you more mind. Yeah, she didn't really sound angry at all. Dang it, I want her to be furious with me.
Del, are they smiling? Because they're having fun together?
Who are you looking at, Raylia? Anything other than saying it's exactly it is just too much for her fragile mental state. Oh, the answer literally is, that's exactly it.
Yeah, they're enjoying being together. At least that mother and her child look like they're having fun.
Fidel, are you smiling because you're having fun?
That's right. I'm having fun talking to you, so I'm smiling. And you?
I'm having fun too.
Who are you looking at? There's no mother. Oh, there. I was gonna say, there's no mother and daughter. Yes, I'm smiling so much. My father just passed away, but we're all good. Oh, there's more!
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Honestly, I spend more time loading in and out of the inn just to get these private actions to reload than I do actually doing the private actions.
Now, what would suit him best? I know that something heavy won't do. It really is hard to pick a present for someone without them here.
Are you buying something for Victor? For the guy that forgot about you. Okay, that was only Fiore, so that means we must be reaching the end of it, right? Okay, now we're done. Okay. Let's go to my dock. My dock? Your dock. My dock? No, your dock. My dock. We don't have the pies for Welch though, because I need the flour. Actually, do I have enough red fruit? I keep getting green fruit. It's this recipe. I have tons of green fruit. I have like no red fruit. I need to craft 5 of these things. Okay, I guess that'll be a quest for later. Ow! You hit me with a wind blade. How dare you? I got some well-aged cheese. And some pocket cheese from some randos. Random thieving scumbags.
Do you remember Cassius?
That kid genius? It's hard to forget someone like him.
I promised that as soon as he reaches the appropriate age, I'd imbue him with a signet, but I don't know. I still have reservations about it.
Why? Because he's a kid?
Exactly. I seriously don't understand how those people could imbue a young girl like Relia with one.
I'm just gonna walk around town to see if there's a private action around here. Ain't nothing, it seems like. What about over here?
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
I like how Mickey, like, ran just to go this far.
Whoops.
Fidel, do you have a girlfriend?
Oh, I think I remember this one. I think it's on here. Where is it? Here it is. Fiore asks Fidel if he has a girlfriend. If you say that's rather sudden, Fiore is turned off by your lack of confidence. If you tell her that's a secret, she's intrigued by your mysterious air. And then, oh, there's like this is like a 3-part one. To see the next one, I think I have to answer correctly. So let's do that's a secret.
It's a secret.
You're just brimming with confidence, huh?
I don't know if I'd say that.
So which is it? Now I really do want to know.
Relia. Relia would protect me, I know it. Everyone is so very warm. Being together is really nice. Relia would protect me, I know it.
Relia, it's almost like you're talking like as if Relia is a completely different person who is not you that we have mistaken for.
Kitty!
Can you tell me what's going on with Anne's cat?
She found it on the street and cared for its wounds, but it ran away soon after.
Oh, so it's not even hers.
Yeah, why would you think it's hers? She's on a completely foreign planet. Why is there a meeting spot behind that tree? Shouldn't it be in front of the tree?
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Well, it's 3. Like the same people, too.
Which type of woman do you prefer? The family or the work-oriented type?
That's a very difficult question.
If you tell her you don't have a type, she pretty obviously thinks you're gay. The response she's hoping to hear is not what you'd expect, unless you've been paying close attention. Fiore fancies herself as a good potential domestic partner, even though she's really not. She sees herself settling down in the future and being completely different from how she is now. Tell her you want a family-oriented woman and she'll develop a bit of a crush. Well, I'm gonna tell her that I'm gay.
There's no specific type of girl I go for.
Oh, now the pieces are falling into place. You don't have a type of girl you like.
Not in particular.
No type when it comes to women. I see now.
Hey, Fiore, don't make any assumptions now.
Sleep. Eat. Walk. Alone's no good. Why aren't you here? Where are you?
Pardon me.
Well, I'd say it's about time to say hi to a few special ladies.
Okay.
You sure? Because I'll really do it.
Go ahead.
No, I don't feel like it anymore. Maybe some other time.
That went just like Fiore said it would. All I had to do was agree to it.
Emerson, you're such a child. The child that wants to do something that's forbidden, but the second someone says that you can do it, it's like, I'm not interested anymore.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Fiore, you gonna ask me about my love life again?
Fidel, do you remember your first love?
Fiore wants to know if you remember your first love. If you tell her you remember, first off, that's obviously a lie, and second, she's hugely turned off. Sticking with the mystery man fetish, Fiore is most intrigued if you tell her it's not for her to know. I don't want her to like me. I don't want to accidentally get her ending. Of course I do.
Of course I remember.
Why do so many guys have to be such hopeless romantics?
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it. Just don't think that if you break up with a girl, she'll still like you until the end of time.
I didn't say that. Jeez, Fiore. Way to be so intrusive and judgmental. I mean, I'm judging you based on your clothing. That's completely different. Like, again, I think Fiore has the potential to have a very interesting design if it wasn't for the fact that she had so many, like, Argyle checkers and that half of them were actually skin. Like, I like the idea of her being, like, top-heavy on the design with the hat and the hair is not completely awful, but it's just... Why the naked checkers? It's just so weird. It looks like we're done with private actions here.
I hate to admit it, but I think I've put on weight.
Huh. You don't look like you have.
With such tight clothes, finding ones that fit after your body shape's changed must be tough.
Got that all covered. I have heaps of the same outfit in multiple sizes.
Heaps? Of that one outfit?
You have heaps of this one outfit? What the heck? Where'd you even get one of it? And her outfits, again, like I said, if she like took them off and then folded them up to put them in a dresser, it would be a nightmare because there's so many holes in them. It wouldn't fold properly and it'd just be impossible to like store it without it getting tangled. Oh, you guys are new.
Hardly
worth better than that.
I'm stronger.
Kenny here. What is it?
Captain, I'm sorry to report that it will take us longer than expected to reach your position.
I knew it.
That's not all. You see, our ultra-long-range sensors have detected a Chronos spacecraft.
Readings indicate it is scheduled to arrive before us.
That's pretty terrible news.
We wish you the best, sir.
What do we do?
There's not much we can do. We're sitting ducks once that ship gets here. Our only hope is that this expunction technique works and they give up on Relia.
Then let's hurry.
Devil child.
As close to perfect as it gets.
He who strikes first will be a man.
A decisive win with minimal casualties.
Why can't they
More
all
challenges lie ahead.
Spread out, or divide and conquer.
Hardly worth the effort.
Hey Meteorite, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. How's the game going? It's going pretty well actually. We got past a couple hard boss fights. One of them seemed very unfair, but somehow we pulled through, so now it's a little bit of downtime as we make our way to our next location.
What can I say? I'm a perfectionist.
More challenges lie ahead.
Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well.
I love learning.
I can't see. Why is my camera zoomed in?
That was it?
Can't sleep, so you're waiting on friends to finish their game to play some Phasmo. Well, that sounds fun. They finish up soon, so you can go join them. Okay, we're almost back at town. We haven't been in Santa Roll in a while. There's probably a ton of private actions here. I won't make the same mistake as last time. I will do the private actions first before continuing with the plot, just in case. Or even before resting at the inn. Yeah, we also need to turn in the quests. Oh, there's another one with Ruddle. Oh, this is from Puffy. I didn't know Puffy was acquainted with Ruddle. My dearest Ruddle ran off somewhere. We spent a lovely night together at the inn in Santa... What? Ruddle and Puffy? When I woke up, he was nowhere to be found, so that's how he thanks me for saving him from that strange woman. I swear, I'll have to put him on a leash once I get him back. So there's like a thing with Ruddle, Rumina, and Puffy now? What the heck? We haven't even seen Rumina or Puffy in person in this game. Yeah, this quest comes with cake though, so I'm in. Give me some tiramisu. I like how, because we turn in quests to the board directly, it's like, deliver 10 lemon tarts to the bulletin board in Santa Roll. So it feels like you're going up to the bulletin board and giving the bulletin board your items. I got an Ocarina of Temptation. Collecting the fungus Among Us. This game came out before Among Us though, so the word Among Us was not a meme at the time. Oh, Phasmo's been updated with new maps. Waiting for the day I play. It looks like fun. I think I would like to play it one day. But again, I kind of need a group of people to play it with. And people with patience. Because I don't know what the heck I understand the premise of the game, but I just haven't actually done it myself. Ooh, sales talk. Okay, so this one I get a discount at shops if I do this quest. There's so many quests. Oh, the Ocarina specialty. That's the same as Miracles from the last game, right? You will carry me? Okay. Deal. Wait, this costs 2,000? It costs 2,000 points for me to play an Ocarina to respawn enemies? Well, I'm not buying that. Even if the icon is kind of cute. Wait, I got a new book. Ooh, Fairy Light. Ooh, that's even better than Fairy Healing. Yes, please. Silence. Do you learn Silence, Fiore? Oh, you learn Sacred Pain. Okay, I'll take Sacred Pain over Silence. Yeah, who needs Necromancy when you have an Ocarina, right? That's how it works in this game. Oh, Mirror Blade. Oh, you learned Diabolic Edge? That was one of Aramat's skills. Okay, but is Mirror Blade better than Double Slash? I mean, let's try it. Am I maxed out on Double Slash? Oh, I'm not. Let's do Double Slash. Let's do Mirror Blade here. I don't really use Shotgun Blast in this game.
Sorry.
Okay, let's do private actions.
Okay then. Let's reconvene.
Hey, older gentlemen, you're standing in our private action spot. Well, there's a lot of them. Okay, let's work our way from north to south.
Fidel! Fidel!
Oh, Any answer here seems to make her happy, okay. Ask what's wrong, say she looks happy, say you're here for her. I'm here for you.
Were you looking for me? Well, don't worry. I'm right here.
I'm together with you, Fidel.
That's right.
Okay. Ah, boy talk.
So, do you have a lady friend?
I'm still not finished with my training. I don't have time for romantic entanglements.
Training has nothing to do with it. What do you think, Fidel?
Oh. There's not really a great answer here, but saying that love spells trouble results in Emerson making exactly the point I was thinking, and Victor making excuses. Am I supposed to say that? Sounds like trouble. I feel like if you say love makes you stronger, then Victor would be like, stronger, you say? Then I need this love that you speak of. I'm gonna say this.
Love allows you to hone your skills, kind of like a spiritual whetstone.
Devotion makes you a better swordsman, but love does not.
Sure can.
Indeed.
Oh, dang it, I gave you the wrong answer. I thought I could have pulled a fast one over you two. Dang it. Well, I'm not reloading a save.
Fiore, you like taking things apart and stuff, don't you?
Oh, you noticed. It's true. I can't help myself whenever I see small mechanical objects.
That's funny. I, on the other hand, learned how to take a good hard pounding thanks to fiddling.
What?
A what?
When I was little, I used to play with boys a lot. We'd often battle with halberds and other weapons. Whenever I wanted to shake things up, I'd switch to morning stars and other weird ones.
Oh, I get it now. So that's what you meant.
Uh-huh, suggestive words. Yeah, how does Fiore take things apart with those gigantic gloves of hers? Who knows? Again, her personality does not really match her appearance.
Recently, I feel like something has been haunting me.
Oh, telling her you'll protect her results in some cheesy dialogue, but it makes her feel better.
You needn't fear any longer. I'll protect you from whatever's lurking in the shadows.
That's very kind of you, Fidel. Simply hearing you utter those words makes me feel a little better.
Got you, Anne.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I guess before we accept the next set of private actions, I'll walk around town with everyone just in case there's a group one. It's such a pain. Alright, so we'll walk this way. Okay, nope. Honestly, though, they should have just removed her signets the first time we came here. I mean, I guess they didn't really know, but... Seriously, no private actions? No group private actions? So where am I supposed to find Rettel for Puffy?
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Don't look.
I feel like someone's watching me.
I know. It's highly unlikely he'll attack us in town, but there's no doubt in my mind he's out for blood.
I knew it.
He's gone now. He could come back at any time, though. Stay vigilant.
I will.
Why are you staring at the wall? I don't think that's very vigilant. Are you even talking about the same thing? Like, Victor, are you just talking about a cat that you're afraid of, and then Anne, you're talking about a ghost?
Ugh. I'm so sorry about your hair, kiddo. I mean, that hairstyle is pretty cute, too. Looks great on you.
It looks cute?
Sure does. I mean, it'd look even cuter if you accessorized it, but it's still cute.
Even cuter?
So, cheer up, okay? I'm here for you.
Thank you?
Why is everyone acting like as if her having shorter hair is like an atrocity?
Do you like cooking, Miki?
Not really. I do like eating, though, so I cook whenever I want to eat something. It's a means to an end, that's all.
Even so, I think you're a great cook. You could open a restaurant if you wanted.
Coincidentally, I had a discussion about that with Fiddly and Ted not too long ago, but...
They were against it?
Well, they weren't necessarily against it. It's just that they both said the same thing would happen.
you'd eat all the food by yourself.
True. Judging from the very few personality traits that you have, Mickey. That is probably true. We haven't been in Santaru for a while, so that means I bet there's a huge backlog of private actions here. So is Ruddle here? No. I'll just keep looking for that star on the map. Oh yeah, I need to buy wheat. Can't forget that while I'm here.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Okay, which one is the food shop? They're just regular berries. This is the food shop. And now I'm just missing red fruit, dang it. I think it's like the different colors of insects in this game drop different fruits, and I've just been killing the ones that drop green fruit.
Is something wrong, Anne?
Someone behind us has been staring at me for some time.
Are you sure you're not talking about me staring at you?
Well, there's nobody there.
I guess I'm just imagining things.
Is it a ghost? Just being paranoid. Is there a conclusion to this line of thinking? This subplot. I love this giant white bunny every time I come around town. He's so fluffy, so big, so fast.
I feel that tone physiques like yours and mine are perfect for military men.
Weird tone?
I'll admit, though, ripped bodies aren't bad on swordsmen either.
Ripped?
What do you say, Fidel? Would you like to bulk up and get ripped with me? It'd be fun to fight someone with a body like that just once.
I think I'll pass.
What? I don't even get a chance to like respond to your request? Heck yeah, I want to be gym buddies with you. Always wanted a gym buddy.
You're always such a loner.
A loner. I'm surrounded by beautiful women and you're calling me a loner.
You may be physically close, but you're still emotionally distant.
Is that how I look to you?
You may not realize it, but girls notice these things. Better make sure you don't hurt anyone.
Wow. No one's ever said that to me before.
I picked it up.
What did you pick up?
A nut.
What? This private action is just called The Nut. Accepting the nut as a gift makes her very happy. Okay.
Are you giving this to me? Why, thank you.
Are you happy?
Of course I am.
That's good.
Aw, Fidel's voice sounded so soft there. That's all the private action was. I found a nut. Here, thanks. End of private action.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
I like how everyone's talking about there's some commotion going on at the Institute, and I'm just dilly-dallying.
Your hair was so long and beautiful. Too bad they had to go and cut off so much of it.
Hair?
Don't worry about it, though. It'll grow back over time. Trust me.
It was cut?
It'll be cuter than before.
Cuter than before?
This planet sure has a lot of beautiful women.
Do you always have to view things through such a warped lens?
Aren't you the one who says it's important to see things from different perspectives?
Don't twist my words like that.
It may take a while, but I know you'll come around someday, Anne. Hey, take a look at that pretty lady over there.
That's not seeing things from different perspectives. That's looking around like a kid in a candy store.
Very fair point.
Sorry. Sorry.
Dude, I'll quit bumping into people. I don't even get that close to them.
Hey, Fiddly. They say the fish is really good here. What do you say? Care to try some with me?
No, I'm good.
You still can't eat fish? Even Stoic Relia will laugh at you for being such a picky eater. You do know that, don't you?
I can eat fish if I want to. I just don't like it.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. The thing with eating that fish you caught only happened once. Are you seriously still caught up on it?
Please don't remind me. Pardon me.
Did you say pardon me to a cat? I think after this round of private actions in all the towns, we should be mostly caught up on all of them. Because actually, I think we're getting close to chapter 9, and I think there's only 13 chapters in this game.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Honestly, I could probably get through more of the game today if I wanted, but it's because I've been catching up on all the private actions. Although we did have a lot of plot-defining moments today, with finding Relia again, and then the thing with Daryl, or Daryl.
What's going on? You're really warm. Ah, you like being warm? Yes. I see. So do I. So do I. You're nice and warm too. So warm. So nice.
Kind of weird conversation, but okay. Oh, guy talk again?
Excuse me, but why are you always trying to talk to women?
Well, it's a boatload more fun than talking to men, especially one guy I know. A big part of it is this. Women say what they think regardless of the situation.
Pardon my ignorance, but doesn't that make it harder to hold a conversation with them?
Exactly. Who would you rather go up against in a fight? A tenacious warrior or a complete pushover?
Well, that's obvious. I'd want to check. Oh, now I get it.
See? So much more fun.
That is an awful comparison.
Thank you very much for this morning.
What?
You handed me a towel when I was washing my face, didn't you?
That wasn't me. Miki also said it wasn't her, so if it wasn't you, then who was it?
Obviously it was Relia, duh. If it was indeed a ghost ant, that's a very polite ghost. You should thank them later for giving you your towel. Yeah, but actually no, you're right. It was definitely Emerson. What am I talking about? Of course it was Emerson. Had to be Emerson. Why are there so many private actions about Anne being scared of ghosts? Why is that her defining character trait now, and that we've never heard about until today?
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Like, didn't yesterday, or like last stream or before, there was like a private action talking about how one of her defining character traits was her being a klutz, and I have yet to see even a single instance of that.
Huh?
What? What the? How in the world did you know I was trying to...
Was it Emerson the whole
behind
time?
Oh, Captain. It's only you.
Wait. Why did the conversation end? Wait, her text appeared on the screen briefly and then just disappeared. What? I want the ending to this. What did she say? Is it here? Sorry, I'm trying to find this on my list to see if there's a summary of what the heck I just saw. Santa rule, Santa rule. I mean, I could probably go back and look at the VOD and just pause it really quick and see if I can get that text. I just want to know now. Oh, it just says, Emerson has been trying to sneak up on Anne to make her angry. That's all, okay. So, is the end of the storyline just Emerson's been the one creeping on her this whole time, and for some reason, even though she's totally used to him, she just didn't notice and thought it was a ghost? Pretty unsatisfying conclusion. I mean, it has the potential to be an interesting subplot, but there needs to be some kind of punchline at the end, right? There's more?
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Okay, just one.
I can't stop looking at Fiore. My gaze keeps focusing on her.
Oh, that's because she's like naked. The only response he finds acceptable is to say that Fiore is beautiful.
She certainly is beautiful. I can't help myself either.
It's more than just beauty. Look at how she wears that outfit. She makes it look cool even without trying. Not many people can pull that sort of thing off.
You're right about that.
I'm so glad I came to this remote planet. Just seeing her has made the trip worthwhile.
I mean, you're right about one thing. Certainly no one can pull an outfit off like that. Like, no one else on this entire planet has ever dressed even close to what Fiore's wearing. I mean, Hannah has, like, leggings that look like Fiore's, but other than that... Again, it would make more sense if we came to the Santa rule and we found out everyone around here has, like, a checker fetish or something. Okay, actually, you know, I'm gonna save in the inn before I go to the Institute, just in case something happens. Oh! There is a star in here. Oh, you can't see it on the minimap here, but you can see it here. You're looking for someone named Ruddle. Now, where have I heard that name before? Come on, out with the dialogue. Oh, I remember, it was that fellow in the next room. I swear I heard someone call him Ruddle. Do you get to finally meet Puffy? He's being scolded by some spoiled young woman. Maybe he's her manservant. Here I thought women who chased their lovers all over the world were the stuff of fairy tales. I can't tell when you're done talking, woman. Where'd he go? Let me think. Oh, I remember. He went off with a page from the Royal Institute. The page said he was working for a researcher by the name of Malpighi. Ruddle headed off to the Royal Institute to meet with a researcher named Malpighi. I don't like this... Oh, sorry, I just bowled you over. I don't like this aesthetic choice of having all the NPCs talk in speech bubbles that you can't like progress by clicking, you just have to wait for them to spawn. And they don't center themselves on the page anywhere, so you can just kind of like miss it if you turn the camera.
Pardon me.
It's just so weird. Like, who decided that? You can't blame that on the budget. That and also the font that they're using for all the dialogue. It's just... Can't blame the budget for that. It's just so weird. I hope you find everything at the Institute to your liking. Oh, I thought you were part of the cutscene.
Cassius, we need to use the expunction device.
What are you doing? Hold on a second.
No time.
Where are you?
Stop right there. You can't physically use it.
Where are you?
What do you mean we can't?
It's not functioning at the moment. We're still trying to determine the optimal way to fix it.
Why did it have to break now of all times?
If you're in a hurry, might I suggest using the one in the Ancient Institute instead?
There's one there?
Of course. Most of the devices here are reproductions of ones in the Ancient Institute.
Thanks a bunch, Cassius. I love you. Come on, we need to make for the Ancient Institute.
We've got no other recourse, I guess. Let's book it.
That's why they wouldn't let us go there. Yeah, two parents came together and decided to name their child Mal Piggy. Cassius throwing his voice around like a pro. That was pretty impressive. Hey, Mal Piggy. Yes, I'm Mal Piggy. What do you want? Yes, you look like a Mal Piggy. Oh, so you've been sent to find Ruddle. I pity you. He never stays put. Well, as you can see, he's not here. He's probably made it to my dock by now. He may not seem like it, but he's a shrewd buyer. That's why I've sent him on an errand for me. Okay. Thanks, bud.
Pardon me.
Okay, well at least we'll be passing by my dock on the way back, so... Assuming we go back to Rusulia later.
This is Kenny.
I have an update, sir. The Chrono ship has just entered Fakreed 4's orbital trajectory.
What? I hope we make it in time.
Do you think you'll be all right, Captain?
I'll contact you later.
Spoilers, we're probably not gonna make it on time, huh? Isn't that how it's gonna go? Oh. Can I see it? Where is it? How do they pinpoint us so quickly? They're enemies. They shouldn't have a tracker on us.
What's going on here?
Did you just blow up the Institute? How'd they know we were going there? Oh, hi.
Guess we have no choice.
I wouldn't.
Who's that?
General Ulmo. As part of Kronos' militant faction, he tops the galaxy.
Victor, you said you want to fight someone who's large, right?
How kind for someone of his stature to greet us. So, he's behind
The huge man. Why does he look like a techie vampire?
Fidel!
Aurelia? But how can that be?
Sis, what? Aurelia, did she say sis?
Are you too imbecilic to realize the instrument you have is not Aurelia?
Yes, we are.
What?
The one in your possession is Feria, and it is the foundation upon which Kronos is to build its new world order. It also differs from the unit you hold so much extraneous affection for. Thus, I doubt you will mind returning it.
Why is a famous general fighting in the galactic equivalent of some backwoods Hicks family feud?
Interesting question. I could ask the same of you, Captain Kenny.
Hold. Just how do you expect to save Little Miss Starlight from all these heavily armored troops?
Just call her Aurelia.
All the reports I have received,
Little Miss Starlight's too long.
Well, I believe your name is Fidel. So, Fidel, if you possess even a modicum of sympathy for that thing, stand right there and don't move. Retrieve Feria for me.
Did I just get shot in the head?
I know that light. Activate the neutralization device.
Did I get shot in the head?
So, the boy is the catalyst after all. Fascinating. With some modifications, we should be able to draw even more power from her. Bring her here. We'll be taking Feria with us. Thank you for holding on to her, Fidel. Due to your act of kindness, we were able to collect precisely the data we needed.
I like how the rest of our party's just standing there like nothing happened. Why is this guy wearing a skin-tight bodysuit?
Aurelia!
Great, now we lost both of them.
Damn it!
And he knows my name, somehow.
The Institute.
They seem to have warped out.
Now she's not even in the same sector as us.
Isn't there something we can do to save Aurelia? Anything at all?
We'd have to get our ship back before we could do anything else.
And how long will it take for you to get it back?
It's scheduled to arrive in a day at the earliest, but we'll likely arrive in 2.
Then all we can do is wait.
Wait. This is a problem between the Federation and Kronos. There's no need for you Fakredians to get involved.
It's too late for that.
Don't take it the wrong way. She was thinking of your well-being when she said that. If you come with us, then
If we go with you,
you may never be able to return to this planet again. Even if we do save Aurelia.
We might never see our home again?
If you wish to join us, be prepared for that eventuality. Those of you who remain undeterred can assemble in Santarol.
Well, I kind of have to go through there anyways. Wait, you're all leaving my party?
Made up your mind, haven't you, Fiddly?
Yeah.
You're all leaving my party? Hey, get back here.
I'll always follow your lead, wherever you take us.
Get back here. I need you guys to fight.
Maybe it'd be a good idea to return to Sthal first.
I'll let you choose the way.
Oh, do I just get teleported there? But no, I need to go through Mydok to find Ruddle.
Kenny here.
Captain, our vessel will be arriving in Faithlessness 4 sector in approximately 17 hours from now.
Contact me again once you enter orbit.
Do you think Fidel and the others will come?
thanks for the throw, Psycho Reaper.
What would you do in my shoes?
Put on some more clothes, that's what I would
Would you
do.
be so eager to conduct research in an unknown land? If it meant possibly throwing everything away and never coming home? I bet you would. That's why you're not here now.
Who's she talking about? Why is there this entire backstory we don't know
If
about?
a true researcher somehow dropped a valuable piece of evidence into a bottomless pit, he'd jump right in after it without thinking a whit about his own safety. Right? What a poor excuse. I wonder if he believes it.
Oh right, this game's like 13 chapters, but I think chapter 13 is just the post-game. I think chapter 12 is the actual end.
As a Central Rasulian officer, I have a responsibility to care for my subordinates and protect the country from harm. It would be wrong to forget that. On the other hand, what of Fidel? I can't in good conscience abandon my mentor's own son. Please, Master. I need your guidance. What would you do in my shoes?
Maybe you should consult with Fidel. Just saying. Maybe we should have consulted together.
Fiddly, you do recall when you guys took me in, right?
Yeah.
So many were killed. Like Papa and Mama and more. Not to forget your own mom. Because that wicked illness beset our little town.
It was disastrous.
I know I was certainly at wit's end. But then you said these words. I'll take care of you like kin. Dry those tears, right?
Stop that blushing here.
Like how Fidel has like this chainmail, and he's also got
My
like a
dad was always
scarf
in other
thing
lands, meaning my world lacked structure.
like, under his jacket, though.
I bet taking care of you is why I'm still here today.
You think so?
I shouldn't have said anything.
We're no longer little kids now.
No, we're not.
Well then, can we, sorta, kinda... I don't wanna stay your sister any longer.
Well then, I'll stop being a big brother to you.
Then can I call you Fidel now?
Works for me.
You always could have done that, you know, Mickey.
Alright, Fidel. Here on out, I won't allow any people to hurt you.
Does that mean you're actually gonna heal during battle now?
I should say that, not you.
Oh, look at his smile. I really do like Fidel's outfit, even if it doesn't fit anything on this planet.
Let's go. Our pals will want us back soon.
Oh, I actually walk back on my own? Are you kidding me? I swear your eyes can pierce people's souls. Are you talking to me, or you're talking to your cat? Now here's a thought. This game is like 20 to 25 hours, right? That means it's about the same length as Xenoblade 2 Torn of the Golden Country. But this game, even though it's rushed, it still covers an adventure all the way from the beginning to the end. While Torn of the Golden Country was just kind of like a very small slice of an entire story despite that. It's kind of weird to think about when you compare them like that. But again, also another thing I want to say, which I've said before, like the other Star Ocean games, I mean, Star Ocean 3, you spend a lot of time on Ellicor. Most of your party are Ellicorians, but even then, people like Roger, he's still from Ellicor, but at least he's a completely different race, so it adds more diversity to the cast. Here, it's like everyone here is human from Faithlessness, except for Anne and Emerson, who are just normal humans from Earth. It's such a lost opportunity with, like, at least give someone in the party a different, distinct appearance, like how Bacchus was a little bit different than everyone else in the last game. We're just a bunch of normal humans. It doesn't feel like a Star Ocean game, even if we spend the time on the same planet. At least give them different races or something. Is Ted around? Hey Ted. We're going off to another planet. We really haven't updated you on the situation at all, but... Impossible. How could you... Alright, we didn't tell you about my dad. You did avenge his death, though. Wait, you didn't let me finish writing or reading. You did avenge his death, though, right? If that hasn't made you feel better, oh, come on. If that hasn't made you feel better, I'm here for you. Okay, so why do some of the speech bubbles pass so quickly and some of them go by so slowly? Hey, Mickey, let's go back to... Wait, we have to go all the way back to Santa Rule.
Whoops.
It's not even going back to my dock.
What nice weather. Laundry always dries so fast on beautiful days like this. Come to think of it, I haven't had a chance to actually do a proper load of laundry on the road. I want to bury my face like this, in a blanket that's just been dried in the sun. Now I want to do the laundry.
Since it's just the two of us, I guess I should give her some offensive skills. Okay, let's go back to Santa Rule, and then maybe that'll be the end for today. Seems like a good stopping point. I think we're almost reaching the part where I stopped playing the game the first time. So, probably starting from next stream, it'll be a bunch of stuff that I don't remember. Or don't remember, I haven't seen. So it'll be a surprise to me too. Hey, these enemies are different. Hades crab. Right, I have a new attack. Oh! Mirror Blade is basically just Edge's Rising Blade. Miki, are you gonna help me? Okay. Do I know how close I was to the end when I stopped playing the first time? No, actually. In fact, I was under the impression I thought this was still a 40-hour game when I was playing this. And I got bored, and it was about 18 hours in. And it wasn't until I started reconsidering going back for the stream that I looked up and found out this game is only 20 to 25 hours. Because I was trying to gauge whether I could finish Star Ocean 3, 4, and 5 through September and October alone. So, and then looking back, according to the guide, I'm not really following a guide, but I'm like referring to one here and there for private actions. We are currently in Chapter 9, and there's 12 chapters to the game, and then Chapter 13 is like the post-game. So, apparently there's a lot more, or not, there's a lot less than I thought. Wait, are you guys enemies? Oh no, this is a mini boss. Oh, but you guys are weak because I'm over leveled for you. Okay. You guys are for a quest.
That wasn't even worth the effort.
Okay, I like Mirror Blade. It's just rising slash from, or rising blade from Edge, which was his first skill in that game. Look at Mickey take a swing at him with her rod. totally forgot about that Alma dude. Ow. Mickey, are you gonna help me? You have spells, you know. Why don't you double mirror blade? Let's keep double slash actually. Yeah, get him, Mickey. It's probably their tactics, because I have her set up as a healer, but you'd think that she would at least cast a couple spells here and there. I was gonna say that in my review of this game later on, one of the things I like about this game is the roles, because it actually lets you customize how your computers act. Because in the other Star Ocean games, your computers are kind of dumb, actually really dumb. And even in Star Ocean 4, the only tactics you can give them is like, stay out of trouble, use all your MP, save your MP. Like there isn't really that much tactics. Like in Tales games, you can, there's usually like, there's a tactic for how far you want them. You stay long range, stay close range. There's a tactic for how much MP you want them to use, and then there's a tactic for whether you want them to gang up on the same target as you. But Star Ocean games have had such bad strategy tabs for controlling your AIs. I thought that this game, by having multiple roles, would be an improvement over that. And in some ways it is. It makes it feel like you have more control, but honestly the AI is still pretty bad even if you do that. So, and a lot of the descriptions for the roles are pretty nondescript. So it's an improvement, and I like it, but it just doesn't really do it. I don't care, I'm gonna laser you, you fools.
Looks like I'm gaining on my father.
Whatever, I'm just gonna avoid a fight. I didn't start the fight. Come on, Mickey. Didn't anyone teach you that healer DPS means the thing dies faster, which means you have less healing to do? Did anyone teach you that? Maybe I should just become the Mickey main. After all, we beat their soul like that, so... I remember in Star Ocean Anamnesis, Pavine was playable. He's the boss with the gun and the weird way of speaking. He was playable. I think their soul is playable too, I think? Can't remember. Daryl, or Daryl, is playable for sure, and then Hannah and Gunter were playable, but not Dex, for whatever reason. Give me some red fruit. Oh, look, there's another portal to the cathedral. At least it seems to scale the enemies to match us. Like, they're just usually single enemies now. Kind of sad how few overworld maps there seem to be. Yeah, it's like really, this world's really small. Like, I think this area, or this world, is smaller than just Ellicor from Star Ocean 3. Is even bigger than this. Which is pretty sad. Yeah, let's see if while we're here we can find more information on Ruddle. And like, the game makes you go back and forth. I mean, to be honest, it didn't make you go back and forth too many times. But if you want to get all the private actions, you have to go back and forth like after almost every single plot point. Which is also very silly. Wait, did I actually catch him this time? Hey, Ruddle! This should make Scruffy very happy. You call Puffy Scruffy? You gonna talk to me? Oh, you're... what was it again? Figaro. Yes, it is I, Figaro, also known as Figgy by Mick. Huh? Puffy told you about me. Oh, sorry to get you mixed up in this. Well, actually, she posted a notice on the notice board for the entire town to see. I have a habit of not telling anyone where I'm going. I know I shouldn't do that, but... when I do tell Puffy where I'm going, she always complains. Don't tell her I said that. Anyway, I'm done here, so it's off to Santa Rule for me. Oh, this was a lot easier than the other quest. Okay, bye, Ruddle. Yeah, Ruddle does have a habit of telling literally everyone he comes across where he's going, though. So we can track him down, so that doesn't seem to add up. Also, I still don't have enough red fruit for the Bunnylicious Pies for Welch. I'm missing, like, a bunch of different crafting disciplines. And I'm, like, reaching the end game here. Okay, let's get to Santa Rule. Actually, how am I doing on SP? Okay, I'm doing okay.
Show me what you got. Let's take a mirror blade. That was a piece of cake.
Not the harpies. A winged nightmare. Also, Miki, if you're gonna hang back there and not attack, because I've set you as a healer, how come you're not healing me? So that doesn't add up either. If you're gonna hang back and not help me attack, you should at least be healing me, but you're not even doing that. What are you good for? And I'm sure I have not accidentally set you to manual, like I did last stream, where I was yelling at Miki for not healing me, and then it turns out I accidentally turned her off to manual. Why is there an option to set AIs to manual when this game's one player? Like, this game only has one... it's not multiplayer, so why can I set other AIs to be manual when I'm controlling someone else? It just seems so weird. Sorry, Fidel, I only heal Fiddly. You're no longer Fiddly. Oh, you're new. Here. Ow.
Take advantage of this.
Can you use your magic on this thing? Kinda got high defenses. Thank you. That guy just like pirouetted into non-existence. Like disappeared as soon as he like spun around. Now you're casting spells?
That wasn't even worth the effort.
Don't take me so lightly.
Yeah, I don't want to enter Santa Rule because I feel like that's going to start a long cutscene. But I thought there was a save point closer to it, but I guess not. So I'm going to save here. What was that save image? It's all in the name. That's a nice picture. Okay, so I think that's good enough for today. We progressed the plot quite a bit. We found Feria, and then the whole thing with Daril and Dursol, and then we encountered that general, that Captain Alma or whatever, that took away both Feria and Relia now. I think we're getting close to the end of the game. I think I can finish this game in either 1 or 2 streams. I'll probably set it to 2 just so I'm not rushing. There's probably a bunch of private actions I still need to unlock at the end of the game, so I'll probably need to do like 1 wrap-up, go back through all the towns again. But I think I got all the ones, for the most part, that we have access to for the personal private actions. Probably not the party private actions, because they're semi-randomized, and also like maybe missed 1 or 2 that are missable near the beginning of the game, but for the most part I think we're pretty good. I'm still enjoying this game. There's definitely drawbacks to it. Today's boss fight was a little bit frustrating, but overall, like, I'm glad I'm coming back to it. I'm actually going to finish it. So which means next stream is going to be mostly new stuff to me in the story, which is kind of exciting. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow we're going to be streaming, but I'm not streaming Star Ocean. We're going to pick up Star Ocean again on Sunday. Let's have a look at Twitch and see who's online. Okay, Lily's streaming with a bunch of other friends of mine playing together, so let's go drop in on them. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.